Hey everybody, happy Monday. It's another community showcase right here on the Edge of Tech. This week's community showcase, a little bit different. We are not showcasing anything in the community except for this monstrosity of a printer, the Ender 5 Plus. We are rocking. I just wanted to say hi. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving holiday if you are in the US or if you celebrate Thanksgiving anywhere around the world. I hope you're spending your money on Black Friday and all the fun Cyber Monday and Small Business Saturday, all the weekend stuff for spending money. I know I did. Got a lot of cool stuff coming. But I got this on Saturday night. I was sitting here with some friends for our third day in a row of having people over. And the UPS guy showed up and hammered on my window, and I looked out the door and there was two boxes. I mean, talk about big boxes. And I did not want them to just sit around in my living room upstairs or take up space in here. So I thought I would take today and get this built. And that's what we do. So I'm just checking on chat real quick. I got my chats over here today. I wanted to give as much space as I can for this big printer. The Ender 5 is not a Core XY Nova. 2 p.m. in Hawaii. I'm torn, man. I wish I was in Hawaii, but I wish it was not 2 p.m. because I'd still be working. That's funny. Yes, it's the big one, Dan Adams. No unboxing. Sergio, I tell you why. This thing came, it's a return unit, was supposed to go back to Creality, and it's very expensive to ship stuff back to Creality, especially a printer this big. So they said the only reason why they wanted to return it is they couldn't get the bed leveled, and Creality reached out to me and asked me if I would pay for shipping. I said, sure, I'll pay for shipping, and I got this sent to me from New York. So it came in such big boxes that I would not be able to set them up here. I mean, the box itself would take up this whole screen because of how big the box was. It was super packed. There was so much packing material. If you look at the thumbnail for this video, I put a picture on it with all the packing material. Whoever packed this up used more bubble wrap, more foam, tape, paper, anything the person could to make sure that this thing was packed really nicely, and I definitely appreciate that. So full disclosure, I didn't pay for this printer. I paid for the shipping, I guess, so I paid for something, right? But I did not pay full price for this printer. Creality allowed me to have it for the cost of shipping. So we're all aware, shipping was about $90. So that's all out there. But I mean, to the point where this guy packed it to the point where he taped the extrusion ends and everything. Hopefully I'm in focus. If you guys tell me if I'm not in focus. Brian Vines is in the house. Eccentric Nut. Sergio, Old Curmudgeon, Sean, Robert, Valine. Thomas is in the house. Marty. There's a lot of people. I appreciate y'all jumping in. We got about 50 people that I see. But no unboxing, like I said, because this didn't come from Creality, so it wasn't in an official Creality box. And I thought it would make this go a little bit quicker if I just laid it out. This is not all the parts. I have some in front of the bar over here too. But Brian's in the house. Yeah. Old Curmudgeon, it is great. The big issue is space, right? So when you get deals like this, it's really hard to turn it down, but space is a big one. So I got to hopefully find a place to put this. If you saw the thumbnail for the show, you saw the difference in the build surface. I'm going to show you that again live. Just because, so this is the build plate, and let's see if I could turn this up. That is about the difference between an Ender 3 or an Ender 5 and the Ender 5 Plus. So you could see the difference in the build plate. It's quite a bit bigger. So I wanted to show that. It's a pretty good good size printer here. David, how you doing in London? Yeah. I love it. Yeah, the YouTube stuff is a little bit crazy right now. We'll see how that goes. If you're wondering about the mustache, well, the Fu Manchu, whatever you want to call it. So some teammates and I at work, we did no shave November. So we grew our facial hair all through November. And then today we called it Mustache Monday. We had to shave our facial hair in any sort of mustache form. So I went with this one because I thought it was funny. So after the stream tonight, it'll probably be shaved again. So it's gone. But what's really funny is I forgot a few times and I went out to help people and they kind of double took when they saw me. And I thought it was very humorous. So a couple of business things I want to talk about, and then we'll get rocking and rolling on this thing. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. You can see me okay. I must ask you a question as well, Brian. But he'll shave it for later. That's a good one. Sponsors, thank you so much to TH3D for being a sponsor of the channel and of this show. RPM Designs for the logo, the overlays, the graphics. Robbie Mack, you are the master. I appreciate everything you've done. Thank you for the prize donation as well last week. I just wanted to let you guys know I went through and I tallied everything up like retail. And it was right over $1,000 of stuff that we gave away last week. And that's amazing. So this community continues to amaze me. I really appreciate everything the community has done and helping my channel and helping everybody out, because I know I think I gave 31 prizes away. And it's a small drop in a bucket to how many of you guys watch the channel, but I really appreciate that. Coex 3D. So today there is a link down in the description below for Coex. Today is the very last day for their Black Friday Thanksgiving extravaganza sale. I forgot what they actually call it because I'm trying to remember it. We'll call it Black Friday deal, but it went through Cyber Monday, which is today. There is a code in the description of this video below that gives you 25% off of anything on the site, I believe. I grabbed a couple rolls of PLA and I bought those, and check that out because the Coex filament is super, super good, and 25% off rolls is a really good deal. So go down into the description below. You'll see my Coex link. It's always there. And then also you'll see a code for 25% off. Use that code. It's not specific to me. This is for anybody. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that. It's just for you guys to save some money on some filament. Uh-oh. Let's see what we got here. There's a lot of mustache jokes going on. I blame you for my new addiction. Hey, Bill. He says, 3 weeks ago I had no printers. Now I already have 2. I love that. It is an addiction. I mean, it grows on you quick, right? But like I said, Coex 25% off today is the last day. So check that out. A couple video updates. Last night, I filmed yesterday. It took me a very good chunk of yesterday to film it all, but I filmed the Repbox 2 build. The thing looks awesome. It is awesome. It's sitting right over here. I'll get video up hopefully this week. I'm going to get to editing it. I have a lot of editing to do on that. I'm actually going to be posting it to a site that does step-by-step instructions for Pooch. So each step will have a video chunk of my videos. And then in the end, I'm going to take all those videos, put them together, and I'll throw them out there for everybody to watch it all through if you'd like to do that. We have an Ender 5 video coming up on the regular Ender 5. Tonight we're doing the Ender 5 Plus, and I have some really cool things on the Ender 5 Plus to show off sometime soon. I wanted to tell you a little bit about this. I'm going to break camera just for a second. All right, real quick. I need to get something. So recently, the big thing has become silicone mats, especially in the resin printing world. And this one you can see is a little bit dirty, but this is a really big mat, and it has little knobs on it, and it sits down. I used it in a lot of my video yesterday to set parts on to film so I wouldn't scratch my bar, so I wouldn't lose the screws while I was working on something. Well, this printer is much too large to use this one, but I wanted to throw this out there. Tim from TH3D turned me on to these. They are $13.99, and they are huge. And what you can do is set your resin printer on this and then your other stuff around it, so you catch the resin and everything else. You can also use it to work on. You just throw this in the sink, wash it up, dry it. I believe they're dishwasher safe because it's silicone as well. But I threw it in my Amazon storefront in case anyone's interested. There's a bunch of colors. I believe they're all the same price. But I just wanted to throw that out there, that I know that these things have been coming a little bit popular recently. And this particular one, it's in my Amazon store, $13.99, shipped Prime, and you can't go wrong with that. So let's see. Give that printer, if I ever give that printer up, I'll come get it personally. I love it. So I just wanted to throw that out there. The mat is amazing. I love that thing. It caught screws. When I was working and dropped screws, they'd bounce around and stop in there, which is awesome because usually they bounce off my bar. And then I got grease from the panels. I didn't follow all the directions. I didn't wipe down all my laser cut panels, so I had some residue that I got on that instead of on the bar too. So check those out. They're pretty cool. And for $13.99, you can use them for anything. They're actually meant for dog to go under like pet bowls, dog food bowls and stuff. It's really smart. Let's see. I've missed a bunch, but let's see. Andrew S. is mustaching. It's 70 there. I made one for the Pro. I'm not sure. You must be talking about a video or something. Oh, I made a video for the Pro. Yep. I'm not sure, Nova. If I get one, that would be awesome. Let's see. About the right size for changing a beat. That's a genius idea, Battle Cry. Yes. Mwaki in the house. Welcome. So yeah, if you didn't see the news or you didn't watch my Alien 3D UFO unboxing, we announced that Lindsay and I are going to have a baby. She's pregnant and it's our first baby. So that was super exciting. We announced that last week, and I appreciate all of the emails and the chats and everything that I've gotten from you guys and from friends and family and everybody. So thank you so much for the well wishes, and it's going to be a journey. It's going to be fun. But yeah, you said this is perfect size for changing a baby. You are absolutely correct. I think I'm going to buy another one and use that for that. Great idea. John Mack, thank you. John Mack got some coax filament recently. I'm not sure if he had a chance to use it, but hopefully he did. And if you did, let me know how you think of it. What else we got? So the Ender 5 Plus, there's a couple links in the description below. One is for Amazon. I think there's a $30 off coupon right now if you order it straight from Amazon, and that's Prime shipping. But the better deal right now is through the Creality Direct website. I saw it. What was it? This is kind of a weird price, but they have it for $521.55 right now, and I think it's usually $599. So if you go to Creality's website, or I'd use my link in the description below, it is an affiliate link, as well as my Amazon links are affiliate links. But right now, I'm not sure how long that goes, but it is $521.55 for this Ender 5 Plus. So that's pretty sweet. That was the best deal I think I saw anywhere. Also, before we start building, one more last thing. Thank you. Get some sleep now while I can. I appreciate that. I'll definitely have to print some toys. Didn't print anything yet. That's okay. So one last thing. I know last week I really kind of started talking about my Patreon page. We had a really great response to that. I'm up to 24, 25 patrons, and I really appreciate you guys. Today, about an hour ago, I released the new thing I'm going to do with Patreon, and I'll announce it to you guys. It's for patrons only, even if it's a $1 patron or as much as you want to donate, but all it takes is $1 to jump on that page. The links are in the description below. But what it is I'm going to allow all the patrons to submit an idea for test prints for the month of December. We're going to give them a couple days. We're going to submit a bunch of ideas. We're going to throw up a poll. We're all going to vote on that. And whatever one wins, I'm going to start using through the month of December on all my test prints. You'll see them on social media, videos, stuff like this. And I'll give credit to the person who gave me the idea, give credit to the person that designed it. It can be free, it can be pay. It doesn't matter what it is. Obviously nothing giant because the test print, should be hopefully be a little small. But that is a new thing we're going to do on Patreon. If you'd like to join that and join the fun, I thought it'd be a little interactive thing for people that supported. And I appreciate all you guys. I really do. And I appreciate all the patrons too. So just wanted to get that out there. If you want to get involved, check out Patreon. Everybody, it doesn't matter what tier you're in. It could be $1, $5, $10. For only $1, you get to participate in that. If it goes well this month, I'm going to do it every month. We'll come up with a new one. It'll be a lot of fun, I think. So just a heads up. Oh, cool. Got an idea. I didn't know you got emails on that, so thank you for telling me that. The Edutech Cube. Let's go. Yes, I have that. Maybe we'll do that on this one first. It's such a big printer. We'll do this little tiny cube. So Tyler West designed my Edutech calibration cube. I haven't posted it anywhere yet. If you guys want to see it posted anywhere, just let me know and we'll work on that. But the thing is amazing. As long as Tyler gives me permission to post it, we'll get it out there for you guys to use too. So print me a lotto ticket. I love that. Carl, I'm trying to look like you, man. Come on. No, I'm just playing. This is Mustache Monday. This is where you take all your no-shave November beard and you shave it into some ridiculous mustache and you show up to work. Sure, we can post for Patreons first, or patrons first. That works for me. Tyler, that's a great idea. All right. Anyways, missing the most important beard. This one, right? So I'm going to get rocking and rolling on this. We may have a special guest joining us in a little while. Hopefully, we'll see. And like I said before, I got this as a return unit to Creality. Instead of shipping it back to Creality, someone in New York shipped it to me. I paid for the shipping costs, about $90. And I tell you what, the shipping cost was worth it every bit because this thing was packed super, super good. Down to this box where I'm hoping all the hardware is. Hi.
Is the dishwasher too loud?
What?
Is the dishwasher too loud?
No, we're good. Bye. Everybody say, hey, honey,
What?
real quick. Sorry, Lindsay just walked down the stairs, asked me if the dishwasher was too loud. I told her no, I can't even hear it. Someone said, I was showing them the mat. Someone said, perfect for baby changing. This is genius.
Could be.
I found, I'll post it too. I'm pretty sure today I found them without the little nubs in here.
Yeah.
And that would be perfect because you can lay them on it. It's soft. If they get crap everywhere, then we just wipe it off. She's shaking her head, sure.
We'll see.
Oh, and then there's a whole bunch of mustache jokes.
Yeah.
Flying. Congrats and good luck. Hi, mama. Any beard that covers that chin is missing, apparently. Mike says hi. Apparently, you became the most important part of this discussion. I just you walked down the stairs. You're not even on camera, and you took over the chats here. Mike said, "I'm being humorous, sir." Yes, you're probably right. I'm gonna drink a little bit of caffeine here.
All right.
Let's do this as a homemade iced coffee. Well, more like espresso drink, but so. What does Lindsay think about the mustache? She was amused by it.
tomorrow.
As long as it's gone by tomorrow, she just said. Nova, I will print a toy for the baby for sure. Adam in 3D. What's funny is we have a dad joke board at work. So whenever one of us tells a dad joke and the other people have to like smirk and roll their eyes and groan, pretty much, they all agree it's a dad joke and they mark a little mark on the board. And I am leading that board currently. So I'm in on the dad jokes. I'm going to cut this bad boy open. So what we have is the base, the build plate, which is a beast, by the way. The 2Z, the dual Z setup, sorry, and the top is on the bottom below. And then we have the extrusions on the side here. With your hair and my beard, we can rule the galaxy. No excuses, said that. Yes. So if anybody out there knows Midnight Mist, he was on the stream last week. I believe you won a printer, an Ender 3. I believe it's Midnight Mist. And I have not heard from him about winning his prize. So let me just turn that down. There we go. Three times the UPS. All right, so I'm opening this up. Hey, look at this. There is a book. Sweet. I didn't think I had a build book, a guidebook, a build book. The classic Ender SD card reader, a power cord, a bag of tools, and the USB. I'm going to have to shut that down. Sorry, guys. There we go. Family, was it family group chat, and they're blowing up right now. A whole bunch of screws. Man, whoever packaged this, thank you so much. More screws. The spool holder. I called dibs. Uh-oh. What are we calling dibs on? Must be taking tips from BB3D. This is true. I'm Mr. You know, one of these times I got to come on with my Walter stat or my Walter beard. I forgot that I got that in the Alien 3D box, and some more bolts here. The classic cutters. It looks like some of the bolts and T-nuts came apart here, and I'm guessing actually these are probably, it's just a couple. These are actually for the spool holder, so I'll put those right there. Extra nozzle, a couple of clips for the Bowden couplers, and another coupler. Zip ties, the cleaning needle, some looks like cable clips, I'm guessing, and a spatula. So whoever packaged this, man, thank you. You guys rock. Really did a good job on this one. It's a shame you didn't want to keep the printer, and sucks that you didn't, but I'm glad because now I have it. Oh, the Ender that's not been claimed. Yeah. So we need to find this is one of those fancy 3D printers that I've been reading about so much. I heard they're way out in the future. I'm not sure what you mean, Tyler. If you're talking about the Ender 5 Plus, no. But yeah, Midnight Mist. I need to find that guy. If we don't ever hear from him and I can't get a hold of him, we'll redraw it. So who packaged? Yeah, you're right. Whoever packaged this is an MVP. You know, I'm kind of hoping they're watching. There was a place on the box, but I'm not going to announce it. It came from a collectible shop, it sounded like. So I'm going to get rid of this plate for a minute. I just want to make some room All right. I'm gonna have to lick the entry so no one else tries to claim it. Oh, I don't know. I really like my Ender 3s, but I don't need another one. I hate to say that, but I need to keep the room going, you know. So we got a guidebook here. If it means anything, it's version 2.1. And we're just gonna rock and roll and start building this thing. I think it's built almost just like the Ender 5. So I believe we're gonna put the extrusions on first, and then the top, and then we'll go from there. Nova would like another one. Step 1, get build plate. Yes, I have that right over here. Facing left and right. Perfect. So it is. So I'm going to move this as well so we get some more room. People are blowing me up still. Couple, all right. So we're going to start by installing the extrusions. I'm going to turn the printer this way, and there is some awesome amount of cables here. There we go. Let's see. I'll have to see how they're labeled because I know Andrew's on here, and these always seem to be fun, you know, labeled fun. Let's look. Oh, it says fan now. It really does say fan now. Fan 1 and fan 2. Hey, good night in Nottingham. What, the UK it looks like. Shots of tequila. Whoa, what are you talking about? Shots of tequila. Oh boy. So we're gonna grab our screwdriver here. Anybody has a good bit driver set they like to use, something like, you know, a bit driver set with all the bits in it, a little driver and all that, or it can be a full size with the bits. It doesn't matter. Let me know. Shoot me an email, jim@theedgeoftech.com. I'd love to know what you guys use because the one I'm currently using sucks. I bought it because I thought it would be awesome, and it's not awesome. Not awesome at all. Have a good one, John. All right, I'm just getting screws dumped out here. And I believe they are all the same size, just like the Ender 5 was. See if this fits it. That does not. I'm going to start calling Tyler the hammer. Oh, yeah, I got it. Cables marked fan plug into fun. Touche. Andrew knows about that, right? I use a set of ball and hex drivers and love them. Hey, Brian, send me a link if you have a link. Let me even if it's your affiliate link, send me that because I'll hook you up with an affiliate purchase. So anybody that sends me links to jim@theedgeoftech.com for anything, if you guys have affiliate links, let me know. I'll use them. The biggest thing is I can't use my own, so I'd love to use everybody else's. I try to do that as much as I can, and I really appreciate when you guys use mine. Any links you use, if you click on my link and go to Amazon, especially with Christmas coming up, look at something and then go anywhere else, it helps me. It gives me credit. So, you know, it might be a couple cents or whatever it is, but it helps. So let's see. I missed a bunch of stuff. Yeah, go ahead and post it. I don't remember if you're a moderator or not. If it doesn't allow you to post a link, let me know. Email it to me too, though, because I probably won't be able to go back and check it out. Well, maybe I could tomorrow, I suppose. All right. Let's get some extrusions here. So like I said, this person really took their time. They really wrapped everything up. And I got to untape all these. There you go. Cool. It allowed the link. Now I should have thought about that, Brian. Is that your affiliate link? I didn't even think about. Oh yeah, shoot me the affiliate link. Post it right on my chat. I didn't even think about that. Okay. So what you want to do is look at Brian's link, then go back and click on mine and go buy it. No, I'm just joking. This tape is serious. So much like most of us, affiliate links helps the channel, tremendously. It doesn't cost anybody anything except for the company that allows us to have that link, and it really helps us out and everything like that. Price is back up to $5.99. What are you talking about? Are you talking about Amazon or on their site? Yeah, I'm by myself. Hey, Ron, how you doing? How's the ham radio stuff going? I got so much tape on these. If you're ever going to return a printer, do this. This person, whoever it was, guy or girl, went above and beyond. Oh, it looks like, let's see. Hi, Ron. Click on the coupon link, it drops 30. Yeah, that's Amazon. So if you go Amazon, it's $30 off. If you go straight to the Creality link, it's more like $70 off-ish, right around there. Give me 1 second. We got a special guest in the house, as I got tape all over my hands here. Hey, Chris, how are you?
Hey, man. How's it going? Can you hear me okay?
There we go. Yeah, you're a little bit delayed.
Okay. Let me see if there's a sync here. I've got different inputs.
So if you guys don't know, this is Chris with Creality Fabrication. Has a phenomenal YouTube channel about Ender 5, Ender 5 Pluses, and much more sweet content. And so I'm sitting at dinner right before the stream, and I thought, you know what? Why didn't I invite Chris on? He's already done this. So I chatted him. Yeah, he's got his next to him. So I chatted him and asked him if he wanted to join, and he said he could make it. So everybody welcome Chris from Creality Fabrication.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, perfect. Okay. And you're synced up.
That's what I was hoping.
Well, I think you're synced up. Whoa, buddy. Maybe if I paid attention to your mouth, we could find out if you're synced up.
Am I synced up?
You are synced up. Okay. Everybody's saying, hey, Chris.
Hi, I'm going to have to go back and forth here because I've got two different windows and there's going to be delay for me too.
I was just discussing, I'm not sure if you've been listening to the stream or watching, but I got this Ender 5 as a return. Instead of shipping it back to Creality, I paid shipping, and the person in New York shipped it to me.
Yeah, I've been trying to watch from the beginning while I've been setting up here.
Perfect. Well, whoever packaged this thing did a heck of a job. A matter of fact, I think I have about a year's supply of bubble wrap sitting in my garage right now. I'm just about to start. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I was just cleaning up bubble wrap out of my garage as well. So
nice. John, let's see here. All you have to do is check out the description of this video. There is a link to Patreon and sign up there. I might be able to grab that link as well. I just have to go to the video. If you give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I'm going to have to mute this. Mute. No, stop. So how you been, Chris?
I've been well. As you can see, I've been busy. So this is the debut of the new studio here.
Oh, nice.
I've been off videos for about 2 weeks working on this, and of course the holidays.
Let's see. There we go. Oh, someone already got it. Tyler already hooked me up, but I just posted it too. Yeah, it looks great. That's a pretty sweet cabinet behind you, or shelving? It looks like.
Yeah, so these I posted these. These are 3D printed. I designed those on Fusion 360, and then I built the shelves.
Nice. So I'm going to start installing extrusions. I'm assuming by the directions, it's just like the Ender 5s I put together, with the holes facing outwards. I mean.
Yeah, all that's the same. Just make sure the holes are facing up. I think when I built my first Ender 5, I got that backwards on at least one or two of them.
Right. How many do you have now?
I've got my Ender 5, my Ender 5 Plus, and I actually have a Ender 5 Pro that I'm going to be building within the next couple of weeks.
Sweet. So there is one. Oh, let's see. What do we got? Can you see chats where you are?
Yeah. I actually switched
sure you
over.
Can see them. Perfect.
I'm not real time with you now, but this way I can watch the chat.
That's okay. Well, if you're in StreamYard, you should be able to see the chats through there as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Let
me know if you can. But in the top right corner, I believe, of your dashboard, it should say comments.
Yeah, live comments.
Then you can be live and comment. Also, if you want to, it looks like someone else already posted it, I think. Yeah, Tyler. There we go. Tyler posted your links, I believe, or someone posted. Andrew S. Brian. There we go. Posted links to.
I know I saw that.
Perfect. Well, check that out. Yeah, if you guys have not checked out Chris's channel, he has some just some awesome content on there on the Ender 5, the Ender 5 Plus. What else? I can't remember what else you got on there. Those are the main ones I watch myself.
Yeah, I ended up in that the Ender 5 whole series of videos, and I haven't gotten myself out yet.
No, that's okay, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been good, and I've got a lot of Ender 5 content up there, and I'm about to start the Ender 5 Plus content.
Nice.
So the only content that you'll find there right now for the Ender 5 Plus has been the preview build video that I put up. But I've had a lot of questions and upgrade questions, and so I'm about to start that series now that I'm about exhausted the Ender 5. I'm sure I can find some more things to do, but
it never ends. Uh-oh. It looks like we lost Chris. He probably clicked off of his tab. So I'll watch for him to come back. We have a Chris down over. There we go. So now you guys will get to see the giant amount of cables here. And we'll wait for Chris to come back. Perfect. Just making sure I put these on right, even though I said it. I turned the printer and I was like, wait a minute. That didn't. But we're good. Yeah. If you guys are questioning, I just looked up and I saw, I think, some questions. I'm not sure what the question was about. Fan ducts or something like that. Brian, have a good one. Oh, there's Chris. Wrong button?
no, since I did not have an account yet, I couldn't tap. And so I had to create an account with shut down the stream.
Funny. Yeah, it's if you ever want to use this, StreamYards is free. I have a link if you want to use it. It's free to use, and then there is a pay version too, so you can do other fun stuff. But if you use my link, I get a referral, and then if you ever do sign up for the pay is when I actually do get anything. But at least it shows them that I'm sending people.
Yeah, send it over to me later.
I believe let me think. I'll shoot it to you. I can't remember if I have it in my description anymore because they were giving me a free service for a while, so I was using them as a sponsor, and then they changed up everything recently and didn't tell anyone, and dropped that free service, so I had to buy it. But I like the
What's
service.
weird here is I don't seem to be able to live chat still. Private chat, but there's no text input for the live chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can watch it. You can't input it.
Got it.
I apologize.
So it's all verbal at this point.
So to do that, I didn't even think about that. So to do that, what we do is we open up the video live on YouTube like you had it.
Yeah.
And then in the right corner of the top of the chat area, there's three little lines, and you can click it and say pop out chat.
Right. Yeah.
And then we just close the video so you don't have to watch the the lag. And so I watched the pop out chat. I'm actually not doing that today because I was trying to be a little bit bigger on the screen. Usually I watch that because it allows me to tag people when I type.
Right.
Let's see. Later, Brian left. All right. So currently I have all three of these on. They're not on tight. They're just loose. They're not all the way in is what I'm trying to say. So I can work on putting the top on and making sure that's there before I tighten them in. Is that how you usually do it?
Yep. I don't tighten any of. Well, yeah, I wouldn't tighten any of them until I get the top on first.
So,
Although, there are two screws on the bottom, right? I think the bottom of each one. So
yep.
You might be able to tighten those now because otherwise you're going to have a pretty loose place to sit those. I know Creality, they do insets for all of their screw heads. So it's not like you can move a whole lot once you screw them in.
Can you see this? Here, watch this.
Yeah.
This whole base extrusion is moving.
You don't have on the extra support yet.
Oh, they're on there.
No. I mean, you don't have on the uprights for your bed, which add rigidity to the whole frame.
But I just thought that it's weird that the bottom frame itself is like twisting.
Well, to be honest, it's one of the things that they cheaped out a little bit on this one. If you'll notice, the corner brackets on the bottom are actually plastic instead.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Once you get the whole thing together, it's rigid.
Right.
But like I said, once you add those uprights, it really makes things fit together a lot better. I'm wondering
if I'm gonna have to level this all, or let's put the uprights on and find out, huh?
Yeah.
Or let's put the top on, I should say. You put the top on next, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Look, I look at instruction. No, I don't. I have them right here. Let's see. What is oh, yeah, look at that. Next one is put the top on.
Yeah, I was actually pretty happy with the instructions for this one.
Yeah.
The only thing, they kind of forgot that you have to plug in the Bowden tube, but other than that.
Well, maybe that's why they couldn't get this one to work.
Okay, I'm getting some questions if you don't mind me jumping in here and asking and answering them.
Right.
Okay, so let's see. Hero Me. Yeah, Hero Me was my favorite cooler. I've gotten some flack on the Pet's Fang not winning. People think I didn't do a good job of calibrating the Pet's Fang, so I may revisit that one day. I thought I did a pretty good job, but I think people have some favorites and aren't happy when they lose.
Right.
But I have to say, I had both the creator of the Pets Thing and the creator of the Hero Me both comment in my chat. They were both happy with the results, or at least content with them. And I told them I'd probably get back to it. But I have so many videos lined up. I think people would want me to continue to come back to this over and over again, and that would take up months of videos.
Yes. So do a recap for those of us who need to go watch your video. I watched it while I was at a wedding, while I was setting up. But you don't have to go through the whole thing. But the overall winner, if I remember right, was that the Pets Fang 2?
No. The Pets Fang did not win.
Or not the Pets Fang. I'm sorry, the Hero Me 2.
Yeah, so the Hirami Gen 3.
Oh, Gen 3. Okay.
Yeah, so there's I don't know if people are aware, there's a whole bunch of coolers you can download and print for these printers, and I went over several of them. The top two were the Petsvang and the Hirami Gen 3. And the Hirami Gen 3 came out ahead. I personally think it's because it actually has more airflow than the Petsvang does. The Petsvang has a much narrower opening on it. So people may be right. Maybe if you get just right in that sweet spot, it'll cool better. So, you know, as I say in my videos, I'm not perfect and I don't know everything, but I do my best. But I've got my my Ender 5 over there. I'm still running the Hirami Gen 3. It does a really good job. In fact, I run the cooler at like 80% because it's freaking loud at 100%.
Nice. So just so everybody knows, all I'm doing is I put the top on, and there's two bolts, one in the top and one in the side here, that I'm just hand tightening in on each side here, just to hopefully get it all squared up.
Yeah, feel free to shut me up anytime.
No, jump. I like it. I like the. I actually was thinking I use a Petsvang on my original Enders, and after your video, and I was like, I think I want to try this other. You know, so I think I'm going to go to the Gen 3 for my Ender 5s and see how it goes. Yeah,
like I said, I mean, let's be honest. We're talking about I got like 70-degree overhangs really easily at like 80%, 75 degrees maybe. I don't remember the exact number. So you're not going to go wrong with either one of them. So
that's awesome.
What's the other question? Thoughts about printing the coolers for the Hotend in resin? I don't see why not, unless resin may be heavier than what you're going to get out of PLA. I don't know what the density is of resin versus PLA. It seems like it would be heavier.
What about
it would be more precise though, and you wouldn't have the layer lines to worry about.
Yeah, it'd be smoother on the inside of the ducting for sure. What about
the other thing I'm working on, which is right here, is actually printing the cooler out of TPU.
Okay.
So that you lose the rattling, because a lot of the noise from the dual 5015s is from rattling.
Okay.
So I've printed one out of TPU. It's a mess right now because I haven't cleaned it up yet. But I'm not worried about it. We'll see how that does. See what else.
Sweet. Yeah, I think I'm going to check out you said it's the Gen 3. I think I'm going to check that out for my Ender 5s and maybe even for this one. Is there I have something pretty cool coming for this one too. I won't spoil it now because that's another video, but I actually have
something from Tim.
Nope, that's right here.
Oh, what? Look, like this one?
Yep. So I actually ordered that. I knew that I was gonna have this soon, right. And I just jumped on and I ordered it quick. I'm glad you got one.
Yeah, Tim reached out to me after we talked to him at Earth.
Yeah, and
he wanted to send me something, and I'm like, that's perfect. I'm got a load of videos to do, but this one's a relatively easy one to do. And like I said, I've got all the upgrade videos coming for this anyway. Right.
Let's see. What do we got here? Sorry, guys. I have not been looking at the chat as much as I should have. I know Chris is looking at it.
I'm trying to keep
you're rocking. I appreciate it because usually when I do these builds, I glance as much as I can. In this case, because these folks said they returned it because they couldn't get it leveled. That's the whole reason for this return. I want to see when we boot it up what firmware we have, because I know you had some issues with firmware.
Oh, yeah.
And I know there are some issues currently still, as far as I remember.
Let's see. V6 version of the Hirami is the next question. I don't remember which version I printed out. I do know that the Hirami has a unconnected version that's a little bit lighter, where they've separated the left and the right side. I haven't printed that one. I kind of like them together. Let's see what else we got. Everybody loves the Pets Fang, which, like I said, I said this at the end of my video. I have no dog in this fight. That was just me trying to help out the community because there aren't a whole lot of videos on comparing coolers, and there's a lot of great coolers available on Thingiverse.
Well, and there's a bunch of new ones. So
right.
Much, some of the stuff that's out there. Michael Laws from Teaching Tech did a really good one, or actually a couple of them. But ever since then, there hasn't been a lot more than that.
Let's see. I got something else because someone asked about it. And if you follow me on Twitter, this has already come up. So Giles over at Exoslide has sent me a kit. So are you familiar with the Exoslide, Jim?
Yeah, that's an awesome system.
So who was it here? So I want to give credit. Yeah, Mad Monkey here asked about the Exoslide. And so I have a whole Exoslide kit here for my regular Ender 5. There are some plates that are slightly different to support the 2040 extrusion. And actually, he's got 40 millimeter Exoslides now.
Nice.
That he's going to send over as well. So I plan on adapting it to this printer whenever he gets me the parts.
That'll be cool.
Exoslide's a really neat new system. Something different than Rails.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, I've seen a lot of good things. I'm just curious, real world, how much of a difference it makes, and price versus what you get, right?
Yeah, I mean it's $100 kit, so it's not cheap.
But Rails can cost more.
Yeah, I mean depending on the quality of Rails, and one thing I do like about these is these wheels give you a little bit of. So when you go Rails, they're very, very rigid. And that's one of the things that, the wheels are actually good because they give you a little bit of cushion. They have some dampening effect, particularly when you're moving really fast. And these Exoslides simulate that a little bit with smaller wheels. I'm hoping that it may even do better than Rails. I don't know yet. I haven't tested it. And if you've seen, again, Michael from Teaching Tech is the only one that I've seen do a video on the Exoslide. And he goes through the installation and everything, but he doesn't do any sort of comparison. So there was no before and after because his Ender 5 was kind of in flux.
Right.
I don't think it was printing at the time.
Nice. Well, if you guys are just joining us or just coming here and you're wondering who Chris is, he's from a channel on YouTube. He's all over the social medias as well. Courtesy Fabrications. If you have not checked out his channel, he's growing super quick as well. And he has some really good stuff. So I asked him if he wanted to come join me tonight building this monster of a printer. And I'm super excited. We're about ready to put, I believe we're about ready to put on the Z's here.
Thank you again, Andrew, for the links. I appreciate it. Yeah, and the wheels, Greg makes a good point that you can replace the wheels with polycarb, or they make them out of other things. But I haven't tried the polycarb one either because I think they'll last longer, but I do wonder if you'll lose a little bit of that dampening I was talking about.
Right. Thanks, Andrew. I see that you posted, I believe you posted the Kirsty link again. And I will, as soon as the video's done here tonight, I'll get all of Chris's links and we'll put it in the description. So if anyone's watching ahead or watching later, just check the description. You'll see all of Chris's links. Whew. We had a heck of a show last Monday, Chris. We had at one point that I noticed we had 388 people watching. It was a giveaway show, so that's definitely a bigger one than normal. But I
think I saw the one before that where Brian joined you.
Yeah. Oh, we did. That was a good one too. We did all of the linear rails on an Ender 3, and we did a Zesty Nimble Hotend. So that was a cool one too. 9-month print job in the works. Hey, thanks. Yes. That's going to be my biggest project yet, and I imagine it's going to be the most time-consuming.
Yeah, see, that's what I figured. I mean, you jump past me in here in subscriber count, but then you'll have a baby, and I can take over.
There you go. There you go. I don't know if I'm building the garage out. Hopefully I can continue to use it.
Yeah, that's where I am now. This is the back of my garage. It just continues to get expanded.
Yes. All right, so I'm gonna grab these the Z rails here. Holy moly!
That's true. You know, Brandon mentioned you can just use the baby for more views.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I mentioned in my Alien 3D video I was going to use it as a prop, and then I got like a whole bunch of mixed reviews on that. So
Maybe not.
Yeah, you never know.
You know what? Put him in a Baby Yoda costume, and you're set.
There you go. Win some, you lose some, right?
There you go.
Do you know, are these the same? So I could use right or left? Okay.
Yeah, they're identical.
So it doesn't matter which side I put it on. And
Nope.
If I remember right, they go in the side here, not the front and backs, because there's obviously a control box there.
Right. And then, yeah, just like that on the inside.
Man. What's the biggest thing you've printed with yours yet?
Biggest thing I printed with this one is probably this veiled lady, which is right there.
Nice.
That is about full height, I think. Yeah, that's about full height. This is when I was, so just to pimp my channel a little bit, not that you haven't done that enough, but while we're talking about it, my next video is actually a full review of the printer. My other video was just a preview and a build video. But I'm going to be covering pretty much all of my thoughts, plus I'm going to be throwing in a lot of the community thoughts about the printer, which is something I haven't done before.
Okay.
I think it's pretty important because this one's been around for a while now.
Right.
And so that will be this week if I can get it out. But right now everything's crazy with dance recitals and chorus recitals and all that good stuff.
Got it. Well, I'm glad
My kids are a little older than yours.
Yeah. I remember you guys were at IRF.
Yep.
I officially met you in person at IRF, and that was pretty cool.
No, it was wonderful. I appreciate you.
Ender 5.
Jim knows everybody, so he took me around and introduced me to everyone.
Oh, if you could have been there the next day. That's when we. Well, I just walked around Saturday and then we filmed on Sunday, so it was definitely talked to everybody. My wife pretty much just stood there the whole time, like, "Come on."
Yeah, I've been watching your videos that you took. I think all of those were filmed Sunday. They look like it.
Yep. So someone says, "What's the dimensions in inches of an Ender 5 frame?" Are you talking about this particular Ender 5 Plus or a regular Ender 5? Because we can get that for you.
Yeah, I've got a tape measure nearby. I can go grab. Hey, Brian, welcome back.
Brian's back.
Yep. Okay. Plus, you know what? I did those measurements for somebody.
As Tyler said, blur. Yes. But we had a lot of fun.
Let me see if I lose my headphones. But give me a second.
Yeah, no problem. Hopefully everybody else is doing good on this Monday. So I'm just putting these the Dual Z in right now, which is a feature of the Ender 5 Plus. It came with Dual Z. The Ender 5 Pro and the Ender 5 Standard do not have Dual Z built in, but the Plus does. Which is pretty sweet, because I think that was a big complaint on the Ender 5, even though I'm not really convinced I need it as much.
So what are you looking for? Are you looking for the outside dimensions of the printer?
Oh,
Let's go with outside dimensions.
Yeah, let's go with outside. Is he looking for the Plus or the regular?
He said Plus.
He did say, okay. I didn't see it. I'm still blown away how big this thing is.
I think I lost sound again. Yeah, these buggy
I
Bluetooth
think
headphones.
that's what she said.
I
Joe.
can't hear you, but that's okay.
Yes, outside diameter, he said. So I could tell you, if you look at my camera, it's this big. I could fit inside of it. Oh, we're throwing stuff. How many times have you done that? Go to tighten something with your Allen wrench and throw it? I thought you were frozen for a minute. He's very intently typing. So I'm just tightening.
I was intently getting my Bluetooth working again.
Oh,
I'm wearing Bluetooth. I'm wearing Bluetooth headphones so we don't have echo, and they're not liking the garage for some reason.
Got it. It's funny. I saw you looking down, and I thought you were frozen, and then I didn't hear anything. I was like, "Oh, maybe he is frozen."
Nope. Let's see. I was giving dimensions, so we've got front to
I don't know
back.
if you did earlier. What do you use when you're done measuring? Sorry, I'll let you do that first.
That's all right. So we got 24 and a half front to back. We have, I heard inches, so that's what I'm doing. I've got about 20, probably about 26 left to right.
Can you convert that into millimeters real time?
Yeah. And it's right at 2 feet tall.
So just about a little bigger than 2 feet squared.
Yeah, just about. Of
So-
course, if I want to measure in centimeters, I have to go get the special tape measure for us Americans.
That's okay. Someone will put it in Google Google, and it'll give it to us if they want it that way.
So what question were you asking me?
I was going to say, do you have a special set of, or any set of a bit driver that you like, or do you just use Allen wrenches?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I have kind of a problem because I keep buying them because I haven't found one I like. And so I've been on Amazon. I've been on every Chinese website looking for them, and I find most of them are the same.
Right.
Let me see the one I've got now.
So just so everybody knows, while we're watching, this is almost identical to the Ender 5 build. It's just an extra Z-axis. So you start with the uprights, then you put the top on, then you put your Z in. After that, I'm guessing we're going to go to wiring it and then throw in the filament. Oh, no, we got to put our bed on too. Guess we need to
next.
That'd be a good next step, right?
Yeah. So these are the ones I'm using now. I think these came off of either Banggood or GearBest. Like I said, I've bought a lot of them because they're not expensive. These are like $10 a set.
Sure.
And they look like Ivan Miranda screwdrivers, if you're familiar with his channel.
Right.
And so they're these nice green. And these are my favorite so far. And the only thing I've had to do has been the rubberized pieces on here have come off, and I've super glued them back on. But if you can find these are my favorite. These are my go-to right now.
Nice.
I think one day I'm going to have a giveaway on my channel for all of my old bit driver sets that I don't use anymore.
Have you ever heard of Plastidip?
Yes, I have. I've got some in the cabinet.
Nice. Well, do you have the spray or the actual can, the dip?
I have the spray.
So they make it actually started as a can that you dip your tool handles into to rubberize them.
Right. Yep.
So if that ever happens on your thing, you could just dip them instead of super gluing.
There you go.
Maybe
that's the solution.
It might actually be better.
Yeah, because that's what I usually have a problem with is I'll tear the rubberized pieces just eventually fall apart on almost every one of them that I have.
Got it.
It's either that I bought this really nice looking kind of a pencil driver,
Okay.
The problem is it's too small and you can't get a grip on it.
Right. Well,
It's just too thin.
I got this little set here, and it has a big rubber handle on it. But the problem I found with it is when you press too hard, the actual insert into the rubber starts spinning, so you don't get the tightness you need. So it's like
Is
you're
that
good. You're
the
good.
orange set?
What was that?
Is that the orange set?
Yeah, orange.
Yeah, I probably have that one.
It's Jakemy, Jakemy.
Do they look similar to this in terms of layout?
Yeah, it's something similar to that kind of.
Okay, it's probably,
it's
probably have
orange.
that one.
But when you twist it, like I said, the rubber just starts spinning around, and it's like, well, I can't get a good grip on that. Hey, Tom is there, the 3D printing llama. I need to. Brian needs to start wearing a button-up sweater. I love that. All right, let's see.
This is my Monday attire for work. If you've ever seen my channel, you've never seen me in anything but a t-shirt or the last video where I wore a sweatshirt.
Nice. All right, so I'm up to the bed. Any advice on this? It says make sure the base or the front is facing you. So I'll have to turn this thing around. Then it says place the hotbed on the support plate on the double Z and align with the profile holes on it. So I'm assuming I'm going to have to go up and down until it aligns, right?
Just make sure they're relatively close to the same level.
Okay.
And then you can just put it on top.
Got it.
They're talking about lining up the holes. They're just talking about lining up the holes with,
right.
You'll have these silver pieces.
And I just figured we had to be pretty close. We didn't want to be all crazy off, right?
Yeah.
It'll self-align on the way up. Is that what you're telling me?
No. In fact, in my original video, and I think a lot of people miss this, is that you need to align the left and the right to one another somehow. And there are different ways to do that. I did it with a ruler. But
okay.
You can also just take, I saw Ben over at Creality just put up a video. And he said, just take them all the way up to the top once you get them attached. And then that'll make them level.
So do it now before I put the plate on?
No, put the plate on and then raise it all the way up manually.
All right. Because it's going to have to be semi-close to put the plate on, right?
Right.
All right. So this says face it towards me. I'm going to listen. I'm going to follow the instructions. Let's not get a cable stuck in the bottle opener behind the bar here. So it says face it towards you.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
That was the video I did that was the print I did in my preview.
All in one go?
Yeah. This is one, no center supports at all. The only supports were around the base.
So it's no center supports.
So yeah, the bucket prints without any supports on the inside. The only supports I had to put were around the base, around the earpieces. I think that's it. Oh, and around the back.
That looks great.
Yeah, unfortunately, this one's no longer screen accurate. This was before we had the full look at the helmet.
Right.
It's still a beautiful print. This one's from Nico Industries.
Brian Vine says, following instructions. Let me know how that goes.
You know, I always follow the instructions because that's part of the build.
Right.
Particularly if you're doing a video. At least that's my opinion. And so evaluating whether the instructions are accurate.
Right. I'm with you. I usually do as well. Yeah, we're close-ish.
Yeah, like I said, it's got a little bit of, not much, but enough flex in it where if you're off a couple millimeters, it won't matter.
Right. Let me grab a different.
Which board does this ship with? I think this is the same board that's in the. Is it the CR10 V2?
Dang it! You know what? I probably should have flipped this bad boy over and looked at it.
It's the big board that they have, and they just released a silent board for it.
Yeah, I have one coming. Don't tell anybody. That's going to be a video coming up.
Boy, We really have to coordinate these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one. I've got one coming too.
Nice. Now, yeah, just don't tell anybody.
Yeah, yeah. No one looked here for those videos.
Yeah. That's what we should do. If we have similar content, we should release them on the same day.
Yeah.
And then point everybody to each other's.
There we go. We'll double up our hits.
Which board does this? Yeah. What are instructions? That's a good question, Tyler. Hey, completely unrelated to 3D printing. Anybody out there is welcome to chime in as well. Has anybody watched Jack Ryan on Amazon?
I have not.
We started watching it. We just got to, I think we're in the second season now. Yeah, we're in the second season now. And it is really good. I like it. John Krasinski used to be Jim from The Office. Does a really good job. Ooh, I love Jack Ryan. Tom said. I think we're only in the second episode of the second season. So I might get more depending on how fast this goes.
So yeah, so if people are wondering what board it is the same board that is in the CR10S and CR10S5. And they now have an upgraded silent board.
Later, Sergio. Great one.
Which now has TMC 2208s on it.
Yes. And if it's anything like the other boards, it'll be silent.
I would give a link to it, but it'd be my affiliate link, and it's your channel. So
I'll throw one in there. If you actually go down and click on Ender 5 Pro in the description, it is an affiliate link, but it goes to Creality's website right now. They have them for $521 last time I looked right before the stream, which is a pretty dang good deal.
Their Black Friday prices were great.
So yeah, if you go to that link and then go to, I think it's accessories.
Yeah, if you go to accessories, it is
it's in
silent board for 5+.
And it's brand new.
Yeah.
Well, this Allen wrench
might get one of the first ones.
What was that?
I said you and I will probably get some of the first ones that
Yeah.
get shipped out. Right now they're $55 on sale from $64.70.
Which is probably a pretty dang good deal for a silent board straight from the manufacturer.
Yeah, plus this board's I think this one's a little beefier than the standard Ender 3, Ender 5 board.
Right.
Plus it has 2 connections for the 2 Z's.
I got to tighten these using my bit driver because the Allen wrenches included, or the one that was included, is not happy with these bolts. So once I get this tightened down, you said drive them both to the top?
Yeah, that was what Ben recommended. I'm curious to see if you have a short ruler after you drive them to the top. I'd be curious to see if that puts it level or if your Z screws are not quite level. Obviously, from a functional perspective, your Z screws don't have to end at exactly the same point.
All right, so we're on. See if I can get this out of your way so you can see. Oh, there we go. So now the bed is on.
Not long. The bed doesn't take long. It's a 500-watt DC supply with a external MOSFET, and it does a pretty good job.
Nice. So I could see where these could drive out of if they're not synced. I could watch how they could drive and go all sorts of crazy. So I'm wondering, this could be a part that someone didn't do, and why he couldn't get it level. If these were off, you're never going to get it level.
Yeah, you should be safe. I'm looking at mine. You should be safe all the way up. It shouldn't hit your BL touch.
Doesn't look like. I think I'll hit the nozzle first on mine. I hope it does. I guess you wouldn't want the nozzle lower than. All right. So I'm at the top. If I go any further, I'm going to hit the nozzle.
Okay.
So interesting.
I'm curious to know. I'm actually trying to remember back to his video. I've only watched it once, and I'm trying to remember if he said to do that before or after you turned it on.
Who knows? We'll find out, right?
Do you have the glass plate on there already?
Yeah. Should I
Now,
take?
are you going to use the glass side, like the slick side, or are you going to use the textured side?
I don't know yet. I'm going to drive it down a little bit here. It looks like it's the texture side that's up. Well, wait.
Okay.
No, this is slick.
Okay. I prefer the slick side myself, but you have to keep it clean.
Yeah.
The textured side, I've seen people take gashes out of.
So interesting. Okay. So I got it all on. I don't know if we're straight on the plate here, but
Do you have a small ruler?
yeah, what would I measure it to? The extrusion up top?
Yep, that's what I did.
Nice. Give me a second. I'll grab a ruler. Entertain the masses.
All right, so what questions do we have? I only answer questions, no song and dances.
That's it. Wait, no dancing? I'm
No
taking.
dance, I'm sorry.
How about this?
There we go. Still have that. You have to right there on the back, right, to cover up those vents with it.
Right. So what I'm gonna do, and this is assuming that the top is level, right? I'm gonna go to 70 there.
Hey Travis, welcome.
And 70 there, just to see. So I'm assuming this top gantry is level, but
Well, that's definitely going to be level with your print head, which is
right.
what's important.
Well,
So
it definitely needs to be.
Yeah, that's what I measured it against, and it worked for me.
So I mean,
you're still going to compensate with it with the screws,
right.
so that's not a big deal if it's a millimeter off or something.
Well, I got 70 all the way across the board there.
Okay.
Well, at least on the sides. What do we got in the center, just for curious? I got 70 in the center too. I like it.
That's a good sign.
So now I believe we cable her up, right?
Yep. Ready to go.
This is where when I did another Ender 5, Andrew S. here, we had some fun with it because we had two Y cables, two sets of Y cables. So we had they were mislabeled, and then on top of that, all three of my Ender 5s actually are labeled fun instead of fan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mentioned that too when I think my Ender 5 Plus says fan. I was gonna fun. Yep, my Ender 5 Plus says fun also. So you must have a newer one than me.
The Plus?
Yeah, my Plus says fun.
Yours says fun. Mine says fan 1 and fan 2 now.
Ah, so yours isn't as much fun.
They must have caught on to our antics. Just going to separate these and get them organized here a little bit, everybody, because I don't want them all over. And then we're going to start plugging stuff in.
I'm curious, which room of your house are you currently recording in?
I'm sorry?
I said, which room of your house are you currently recording in?
This room is my basement.
Okay.
This is actually bar.
My basement's not done.
Yeah, I took over the basement and yeah. So did you go behind the machine to cable everything?
Yes.
Okay.
The only thing that's not behind the machine are the 2 wires that are hooked up to the gantry.
To the
So I took the spooled cable, the cable with the cover on it, all the way over and zip tied it next to the motor. There's a little tie hole right above the motor.
a little tie hole right above the motor.
You see it?
Which motor are you talking about?
There's a hole right above the motor next to the QR code before you get to the nut. You see the little hole there?
What motor are you talking about?
The X motor.
Up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, the X motor on the what side are we on here?
On the back?
Yeah. You're on the back now too, right? Or you're on the side?
Well, this is the back right here.
Okay, that's where we're off. Okay. So yeah, over there on your side, there's your X motor.
Yep.
Right next to that, there's a hole.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where I zip tied this whole bundle to.
Gotcha. So what did you break it loose from the Bowden tube?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean it's still zip tied up next to the print head, but not anymore. Just
Gotcha.
next to the print head.
If I notice right here, if anyone can see that, it goes into that loom.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of that.
I didn't like it either. So my tube actually runs separately.
Oops. Zip tie cut.
Yeah, I don't know why you do that, because if you take this whole wire setup behind it,
Right?
then it has to go over your Y access rod, which is going to be moving.
Right.
Which seems like a bad idea to me.
How much space did you give it? Enough for it to go to that side, I suppose.
Yeah.
I like
If
it.
you think about it, it moves with it this way.
Right. I like it. Looks good. Now if I could find the zip ties. There we go. We'll get this thing turned on. What time we got? Ooh, 7:24. Holy crap.
You got a cutoff there somewhere?
What was that?
I said, do you have to quit it sometime?
No. Jack Ryan is calling.
Oh, I got you.
No, I'm just playing.
I've got to watch My Hero Academia later. So.
Nice. So I'm going to leave about that much because it'll move. Yeah, it'll move with it. It goes all the way. Perfect. I like that. That's a good tip, we'll call it, right?
Yeah, and eventually, like I said, I've got a lot of videos coming up, and I'm not 100% done actually coordinating what I'm going to do in all of them. But I actually may move the extruder somewhere else also. I'm not sure yet. That's actually a pretty good place. I don't think there's any better place that you'd get a shorter tube.
Right. So I'm just going through everybody and re-plugging in. I apologize. Let me jump on. I haven't been looking at chat. Sorry, guys. And the birth of y plus y equals x divided by fun. Yes, the Ender 5. Bought an artillery Sidewinder X1. Any thoughts, suggestions on that before I get it? Travis, I think, who was it? Was it just Angus came out? I think that was like his favorite printer today or whatever day it was.
Yeah, that would actually really surprise me because I had seen his previous videos on it and was kind of surprised it was his favorite.
Yeah, he must have really got that thing cranking because I do remember, like you're saying, I do have this one cable that's not labeled anywhere, and it's red, black, and yellow.
Which the red, black, and yellow is the filament sensor.
Filament sensor.
Right underneath the extruder.
Got it. Yeah, it's not labeled anywhere.
No. I had the same one left over when I was done.
I'm looking at it going, huh. So Creality, if you're watching, as you so often do, I appreciate it. The filament sensor cable is not, it is definitely not labeled. All right, what do we got here? We got a Z. I guess the short Z probably goes to the short one, huh?
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I
Yeah, if you notice, the BL Touch isn't labeled either, but there's only one plug like it. So
right. I guess we're going to find that out in a minute. So again, this was a return unit to Creality. The reason why it was returned is they liked the printer but could not get it leveled. So I'm hoping that maybe it's just some leveling basics will fix it. Yeah, here's a Y. This is Andrew S.'s favorite here. Y and the Y.
So Travis asked, is the Ender 5 Plus that much better than the normal 5? And the short answer is no, it's not better, it's bigger.
This is true. Let's see. Y would be around this back way, huh?
I would actually say that I like the regular 5 better.
Right.
But given that this one is bigger, you can't do everything you can do with,
Yeah.
The regular.
So I've been dying for some bigger printers for a while, and a little recently, I just got the CR10 V2, and what's funny is I got it running finally after a bunch of weird stuff happened. What is happening right now? Okay.
How many moderators do you have?
About 75. No, I'm just playing.
People just pop in and they have mod access. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Everybody's okay in the chat as long as they're not vulgar. If they're just being silly, I don't care. During last week's giveaway, we had some people real upset because they got blocked. So, anyways, I just got a CR10 V2 recently, and that thing is a good size, and I really like it. It's actually turning out to be really nice after I replaced both the Z motors and stuff, because it literally, both shafts in the Z motors wobbled like this when you turned them. It was crazy, totally crazy. But I replaced them. That's rocking. I fixed the Bowden coupler issue where the Bowden coupler was actually bad from the factory and releasing. Oh, no, I take that back. I replaced the Bowden couplers, and the one I replaced it with was bad from the factory. The teeth weren't gripping, so it's just pushing the line out and causing bad extrusion problems. So we got X in, we got Y in. What's next?
A quick question from, let's see here. Who's this from? Nova. Nova Leary asks, what's your favorite large format printer?
Go for it.
I haven't tested enough large format printers. So I honestly believe when I'm done upgrading this one, I don't think there's going to be a better one. And when I say that, I don't mean like crazy level upgrades. I just mean the basic upgrades I'm going to want to do to it, plus a new main board. Just because of the design of the printer, I really like the dual Z axis and the fact that, only the print head moves versus the whole bed moving.
Right.
That being said, I designed my own large format printer that I'm not quite done with. But it's a lot bigger than this. So.
But it's a lot bigger, huh?
Yeah, it's 600 by 400.
Holy crap! Shoot me a unit, and I'll review it for you.
I don't plan on selling it. I may kit out some parts if people are interested in making one for themselves. But
right, that was a good one though.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What's your favorite? I mean, how many have you tested?
Large format. This will be my biggest.
Yeah. But
So
everyone loves the CR10S. I mean, it's a safe purchase. Whether it's the best or not, I don't know. But
So here's a rookie move. You want to see what it is?
what's that?
Here's the bed back, and here's the cable back.
So you put it on backwards.
Bed's on backwards.
Just don't touch your lead screws, and you'll be fine.
So what I did, everybody, is I put my bed on backwards, and so when I turn the printer around towards me, that's awesome. But I didn't put the back of the bed towards the back of the printer. So now I got to do that.
That's the beauty of doing a live stream versus
Right.
pre-recording, because you would have completely cut that out.
Maybe. See, I prefer that. Yes, I like to cut it out so I don't look like a total idiot. But at the same time, this is something that someone could really easily do. And if maybe if you call it out once or you do it once and it helps somebody when they buy theirs not do it on theirs, that was worth it.
No, I completely agree with you. I only usually cut it out for time, but
Oh, yeah. Now
I'll still mention it if I do it.
I agree with you there. Time is the one that kills us all.
Yeah.
Because we would love to have an hour videos every time, but no one will watch them. Although
I very very few of my videos end up shorter than 30 minutes. I have very long videos. I hope people can. You know what? I figure I do my best to put time codes
right
in the description, and then I encourage people to click on what they want to see.
Right. That I need to get better at. So I apologize, everybody, for wasting our current time having to swap this. I'm sure the chat is awry. No, I'm just joking. Everybody's pretty cool, so.
Well, some of the people are even okay with the long format videos, so that's good.
Battlecry says I have baby brain already. True story. Kinda. It's more like chatting and not paying attention brain. Because I said, I'm going to turn this around towards me like the instructions say. And then I totally go off instructions and don't read or don't look what I'm doing. But that's, like I said, we all learn. We learn from mistakes like this. And in this printer, especially with the Dual Z, note to everybody, including myself, you have to put the bed on with the wires facing the back of the printer.
Absolutely. It's funny when you do YouTube, a lot of people expect that you're trying to come off as an expert, and I do my very best not to come off as an expert.
No, I think you're right, but I think, see, from like personally myself, I watch a whole bunch of different channels so I can get opinions from a whole bunch of different people, and I do that. That way I can base my opinion on multiple people. If I've never seen something or I'm looking at a review, for instance, I just ordered a Google Pixel 4 XL.
Right. And
I've probably watched 20 review videos and tips and tricks videos and all sorts of videos. Just because I wanted to. What am I doing wrong here? Besides not having it on the inside. Okay. So, and I do that just to, I already ordered the dang phone, but now I want to know all about it. And I want to know what people are saying, good and bad. And I made my purchase decision based on, what I saw and reviews and all that. But I would tell everybody, like, don't just base everything off of one channel. I might be a content creator.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But Chris knows, and I'll admit this 100%. Chris knows a lot more about these printers than I do. This is my first one. I have I think only 3 Ender 5s right now. Well, technically I have 2 Ender 5s and Ender 5 Pro, but you know, by far I never put one of these together before, and I like to do that with everybody. I could do a video and put it out there for everyone to watch, but people like to watch this stuff. But I would go look at my stuff. I would go look at Chris's stuff. I would look at Teaching Tech and anybody else who put this out, because maybe someone else's opinion is different than mine, you know? And
No,
I think,
I completely agree. I come from the same school, you know.
yeah, that's perfectly good. I think it's really good when we have different opinions because if we all agreed on everything, nothing would get improved.
You know, the only problem, of course, with that is that sometimes you have these newer printers, which there's not a whole lot of content on.
Right.
So you either have to go with the one review you can see and then evaluate what the person has to say, or you have to wait it out.
That's true.
100%
in fact, true.
I was curious because last time I checked, I don't know who else has even done an Ender 5 Plus review.
I know Nerys built one recently.
Yeah.
Let me think here. Review wise, I don't know. I don't do a lot of actual review videos though.
Yep.
I mostly stick with the building and upgrading.
So Tim did one too.
That's right. Tim built one. I'm working on Tim. I don't know if he's watching right now or not, but heck of a job on Black Friday. They killed the sales, and awesome job on that, guys. And if you are watching, Aaron, Tim, or any of the TH3D crew, I believe they got out, or they at least packed all of the orders already. And that is a huge thing. I mean, coming from a small shop like Tim's, you know, if you were there last year around his store, there was some good delays in there, and part of that was because he moved. But nice work, everybody over at TH3D. Amazon reviews, yeah, someone said it, just like Amazon reviews. Absolutely, I read a ton of them.
Yep.
And I read them on different platforms too. If I can find it on any other site, Best Buy, anything. The reason I say that is because I do reviews on Amazon for anything I buy, and I'll be honest. And I know there's a whole bunch of companies that essentially will pay you to review things.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't say what they want to hear, they don't pay you. Well, I don't play that game. I'll tell you what I feel like either way. You know? And hopefully these are all tight now. I might have to get some new bolts up here. Off and on this many times, they're not friendly anymore. All right. So we're back in business. Bed is back here, just so everybody sees. I'm going to plug in the power for the bed, and then let's see, the bed thermistor and everything. I'm pretty impressed. Everything is very well labeled on this one.
Yeah. You know, except front and back, right?
Right. It does. It says front and rear. And the only thing I wish they do is go back to putting fun on their fans.
They should have just done that, kind of like Scared of Wet.
Right. So now it looks like we turn this bad boy on, huh?
Looking at mine. Oh, did you check the voltage?
You know, that's a great thing to say. I believe it came from the US, and we are at 115. But yes, good call on the voltage.
It would have just been interesting because I know I had a printer once that I was reviewing that was the Alpha Wise U30 Pro.
Oh, yeah.
And it worked on, you know, whatever power supply they had in there was tolerant enough, even set to 220 or whatever the other one is. And it worked. And it took me a long time to figure out why that printer wasn't working correctly.
That'll do
Because
it.
like I said, everything kind of worked. It was pretty annoying.
Right. So now I need a longer cable because the one I grabbed, or the one that came with it, is not long enough. So I shall steal one.
Yeah, Brian helped me with the Alpha Wise build. He was my moderator for that one, and him and I chatted kind of like we're doing now.
Brian. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. You did that live, if I remember right.
Yeah, I have to admit, I mean, ever since that was the idea, I needed someone to sort of watch the chat and keep the conversation going. And so I actually like this format better, to actually have kind of a co-host.
Yeah, I like it. What I like about it is it's talking back and forth. One of us can always look at the screen, but a lot of times I don't. Well, in this show, I always usually have guests, but in my normal, my normal show, I usually don't because I'm just trying to build stuff and keep moving, and I don't think ahead of time like, hey, I should invite someone on. I remember that was a marathon build for your Alpha Wise, right?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't too bad, but it was way more complicated than this printer.
Yeah. All right, so we got everything ready. It is plugged in. Someone asked me, where's the filament for the test? Will Ender Jim end it? Good one. Good one.
Tyler's heading out. See you, Tyler.
Sealer Tyler, thank you so much for coming, man. Chat me about the maker coin, Tyler, if you didn't leave yet. Or chat me later. Don't chat me now. But so I think for my test, I'll throw some aqua blue coax filament like that. We use
I wanted to mention coax. I heard you talking about them earlier. Coax makes terrific filament.
Yeah, I love their filament. And I, it's sponsored, and I can just say that, but there's a reason why I reached out to them and asked them to sponsor me, is because I really do like their filament.
So they were one of the first companies to reach out to me and say, "Hey, you want to test our filament?" I've tested it a couple of times.
That's awesome. They're very close. They're only about 45 minutes north of me right now. So we've been up there, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to power this thing on, and we're going to cross our fingers for no smoke. As I'm wearing Chris's shirt here, don't break, don't break, don't break.
Other Chris, not related.
Yes. Chris Riley from Chris's basement.
Right.
So
one guy that I forgot to meet at Earth was Chris.
There you go. He was down at the he was at the front of the country basement booth. So
yeah, I know, but he was never there when I walked by.
Sounds good, Tyler. So if you guys have heard me talk about filament and you just came and you didn't hear me talk about it earlier, in the description below, tonight is the last night for Coex's big sale, 25% off filament. Anything we always get for the channel is 15% off. 25% is an awesome deal for filament at Coex. It is through tonight only. The link for Coex is in the channel, in the description of the channel, and the code to use is in the description as well. It's not an affiliate code. It's just their general code for the public, and I wanted to make sure you guys saw that.
Hey, Hobby Howie mentioned you haven't put your spool holder on yet.
Yes, touche. Guess we probably should do that. Here, I'm excited to see no smoke here. Where'd you end up putting yours?
It goes right underneath the filament sensor.
Like let's see. Filament sensor. Right back here.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah, you're facing the same way as me now, so it's on your right is where I put mine.
I see it. I see it on your side there. So good call, everybody. I got to tell you, first impression, this thing is loud.
Yes. Get used to it.
Like it's just sitting here and it's loud. It's not as loud as my CME CNC, the Rostock Max V4. That thing is like a jet engine, but it prints so nice. I do have a Noctua fan for that. I just haven't put it in yet. Creality Return unit. Brian, send me an email. Brian Vines.
Here, let me cut mine on. Let's see if we can get a similar noise going on here.
So, did you put yours? Let's see. You got yours facing. So, did you put yours? You did this way. It looks like.
Yeah, it's on my right.
And then you have the spool facing, so the filament goes out, right? Like behind
Yep,
it.
it goes up. No. The filament goes up, straight up into the.
I guess what I meant was, if you see it sits like this,
Mm-hmm.
not inside the frame.
No, mine is inside.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now I'm
Yeah,
curious.
it fits inside.
Doesn't the bed hit it?
Nope. Now you have to watch that back clamp, but other than the clamp, I haven't had any problems.
Really?
Yep. You can actually move the clamp over to the side, and then you definitely won't have any problems.
Oh, you know what? I do see that. It does say put the filament. So I'm going to spin this around so everybody can see that. Oh, let's see. So this is the side here in the back. What they're saying to do is put the
right.
holder this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's gonna the spool is gonna sit inside here.
Yeah, it sure does.
That's crazy.
You know, it's already a big printer. It's kind of nice to have your spool out of the way.
I was thinking that. That's gonna help the space issue when I bring this out to the cabinet out in the garage here.
Right. Otherwise, you'd either have to ditch the filament sensor or have extra space behind it, probably.
Right?
Or come up with some crazy routing for it with 3D printed parts.
So anybody in the chat, does anybody else have one or want one of these? It clears fine, Gary said.
Thomas said he put TL smoothers on it, which I wouldn't have recommended, but I guess if it quiets it down and you don't see any adverse effects, then go for it. I only usually put TL smoothers on DRV drivers, and these are A4988s.
So if this bed comes down, it does not clip that, huh?
It does not clip that.
That is blowing my mind right now. It just looks like it's gonna.
Like I said, I've printed 2 large prints without any clipping.
I believe you. All right. I want one. Gonna give me one. I would love an Ender 5. Nice. Ender 5s are awesome units. So
I can't wait to try out my Pro. I'm gonna do
the Pro
a
is
video.
so cool. It's so quiet, man. I love it.
The
All
Pro's fun. The Pro is funny to me because the Pro has like the first 3 upgrade videos I did built into it. So
it says to preheat and load the filament now, and then go through leveling. But maybe I should just heat it up and level it before I add filament, huh?
Yeah, and you know I've been debating about the leveling because normally when you have a heated bed that doesn't use a BL Touch, you need to preheat it. And I'm wondering, does the BL Touch negate the need to preheat?
That's a good question. I've always taught in my videos to preheat everything first, the nozzle and the bed, just because of expansion. But you know, with the BL Touch, that's a good question.
Because the BL Touch should compensate for your expansion because it's going to retest it.
If you run it every time. So it's
always going to auto home.
Well, because some people run, like they'll do their mesh and they'll just have it recall the mesh from last time.
That's true.
And if you don't have that G29 in there to do your mesh every time, I just do it every time. Okay, so it takes an extra minute or 30 seconds or whatever it is, right? But
yeah,
some people would just rather recall it and not do it every time. And I'll probably end up putting solid mounts under this and call it a day. But
no, I get, we've got a couple of different opinions, and
yeah, we do. That's
awesome. I think most people are saying preheat, so let's just go with the rule and preheat.
Let's do it. So I'm going to sneak around the front because I cannot see. Actually, you know what? I can do this. And then I have another camera. Let's see if I can get it to show the screen. It's not often I get to play with this second camera. I did it recently once, but all right. Wow, if it's not crazy.
Yeah, I have to say my secondary camera is the one I'm using now, and I think it looks better than my primary.
Got it. I can't really zoom, and there's a big glare from that. It's not really good, is it? Let's see if I can do this.
That's getting better. There we go. Now we can read it.
That's a little better, right?
Yeah, we can read that now.
So
they want to know firmware. So if you go into your settings memory, you can get the firmware.
let's go check the firmware. Let's do it. So go to settings, printer info.
Yep.
Ender 5 Plus version 1.70.1.
That's the latest.
That's the newest you said?
Yeah, that's the latest. Hey, I've got to step away for 2 seconds and get my plug for my laptop because I've got like 3 minutes. So
Yep.
I'll be right back.
Run!
Run!
So while Chris is gone, I just wanted to thank you guys for being here. You guys rock hanging out. We got about 70 people, and I really appreciate that. I finally cleaned up my keyboard. I love it. So we were just talking about getting this thing set up. I might reset the EEPROM because I have no idea what the other people did before me. But let's do this. You have one too? Cool. Let's go to temp. Let's go to, we'll just do automatic PLA, and let's see what it sets it at. So I hope you can see this. I can't really see that. Man, that auto zoom sucks. There we go. That must be white balancing. Maybe. So you can see right here, this is our nozzle, and it looks like it's setting it at 185 by default, and it's setting the bed at 45 by default, just so you guys see that. I'm going to let this heat up. I want to make sure we have heat.
All right, you there?
So we're getting everything heated up here.
Okay.
I just did an auto heat up of PLA, and it put it at 185 on the nozzle and and 45 on the bed. I usually run hotter than that. What do you usually run at, Chris?
Yeah, that's just their preheat.
Yeah.
The preheat is not where I run. I'm usually 200 to 210 for PLA and 60 for the bed.
And I'm right with you. I usually run, man, I don't know what they have on this, but it is sticky. Trying to clean the bed here. I might have to. Jeez. I wonder if they sprayed hairspray on this.
On the bed?
Yeah.
I bet you the previous owner did that, trying to make sure it's stuck.
I'm currently
just leave it.
Letting IPA sit on it for a minute. So what do we got? I was sitting here thinking my computer was making more noise. Now, sorry, is this thing being loud in the microphone?
I'm hearing a buzz of some sort. I'm actually about to switch my headphones out because these earbuds are driving me crazy.
Gotcha. So I'm thinking about resetting the EEPROM just to be safe on this thing.
You're going to have to do it with your laptop because there's no way to do it in the menus.
What? Really?
Yeah. One of the biggest failings of the printer is it doesn't matter if you're used to using USB to do things,
Right.
but the UI on the touch
Got it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this glass off here and give it a good wash up. For now, it'll be okay. Okay. So we are officially 185 on the nozzle, and we are officially 45 on the bed. I think I'm going to bring my temp up to 60 on the bed. Oops. I'm going to go to 200 on the nozzle. This touchscreen isn't terrible.
No, the touch itself is actually pretty good.
Yeah. The buzz was Chris changing his headphones.
Can everybody hear me still okay?
Yep.
Okay, I'm about to also see if I can switch mics, but I may get out of sync again. As I said, I didn't have my setup. Jim contacted me and said, "Hey, Chris, live stream," and I'm like, "Okay." I have none of this set up yet.
Right.
Let's see. Can you hear me now?
So,
How out of sync am I?
Wolf on Patreon, Wolf Skull sent me in a message. I'm gonna have to look at it in a little while, but it is a baby rattle. It looks like. So thank you for that. If you didn't hear me earlier and you tuned in now, I just put a brand new campaign on Patreon up. Well, it's more like a brand new feature. If you're part of Patreon, even if it's the $1 club, which I really appreciate, everybody, I'm gonna do a fun thing where I'm going to change this camera just for a minute while I'm talking. I realize it's still staring at the screen. So I'm going to do this fun thing where all their patrons can submit different test prints for the month. We'll all vote on it as patrons and on Patreon, and then I'll use that test print on all of my new filament, new machines, anything I'm trying to calibrate, and I'll post it and give everybody credit and give the designer credit. It can be free or paid. I'll buy it if we need to, which is great because I can support more people. And I thought it would be a fun way to engage. So
I love it. Sounds like you're killing it on Patreon.
you know, I don't know what killing it is, but I really appreciate everybody. I think I have 24 or 25.
That's awesome.
For me, that is a huge accomplishment. A lot of them came last week during my push last week, and I can't thank everybody enough, for that. That was awesome. So to run a bed leveling, do you suggest manually leveling it first and then doing the BL touch?
Let's see. Have you gone into your bed leveling screen yet?
I haven't done anything so I haven't done that yet. So
okay, so let's find out what happens, because like we said, we don't know what shape it was left in, and you can't, and unless you're going to hook up to USB to figure out where he left the firmware, we're going to just be giving it a shot.
So maybe we should do an auxiliary level first.
So the auxiliary level, yeah, it goes from corner to corner leveling.
Right.
But what I want to see is, so go to the level screen. I'm going to come around the front of my printer too.
All right, and I'm going to bring the screen back down here so we can maybe see, because I know a lot of people don't know what you mean by the level screen, including myself, because I haven't seen it yet. So let me change this over so you guys can see this, because I think this is it's important stuff to be able to see what these touchscreens do. I'm going to try to get rid of that dang glare.
And people are going to be looking at the back of my head a little bit, but that's okay.
That's okay. So I imagine we go to, is it settings?
Yep. Head over to settings and then leveling. And when you hit leveling, it should immediately home.
Yep. It's doing that now.
And I'm turning down my heater. All right.
So you guys can see it's homing up here now. So far, all of the axes have homed.
We're going to have dueling sounds here.
Nice.
Nova wanted to know which ThinkPad I had. This is a Lenovo P52S. And it is honestly, it's my work ThinkPad.
Woo!
And it is running Linux because I don't run Windows much.
So it auto-homed. It did its 2 touches, and then it raised the bed. I would say if I put a piece of paper in there, we might be almost dang near perfect. Let's see. Oh, just a little bit high, but that's okay. So
Okay.
once I do that, what do you suggest?
So yeah, the next thing you want to do is you're going to see on the left side of the screen. And now if you want to switch over so people can see your screen.
Yep. I'm going to do it right now. Oops.
On the left side of the screen, there is a Z offset adjustment.
And you can see that someone else already did this because there's a whole bunch of mesh. There's a mesh in here already.
Yeah, so the first thing you have to do is get your Z offset correct. And
Okay.
I just do the sheet of paper in the center of the bed until it's dragging but not stuck.
Like normal.
Just like normal.
Well, I can confirm if I go down 1, it's too tight. And if I stay where it is, it's too loose.
All right, then whoever owned it first got that correct.
Okay. Yeah, if I go down any, the paper is folding, so it's too tight. So I'm going to leave it where it was. Okay.
Okay, and then the next one is the aux leveling, which you can manually level your corners.
So you guys can see this is kind of cool. It tells you which corners you can go to, and I imagine you just press. Yeah, it says click for the numbers.
Yep.
So we are gonna. It's dropping right now. It's coming up to home, the center. It's doing that. And then it just lowered again, and it's all the way low. So I imagine we'll start with 2.
Yep, that's what I do.
So it's raising. Okay. So let me take this to the so you guys can see the printer again. And I'm not sure if I can set this up high enough. Let's see.
Put this guy back.
Yeah, let's see what it does. I got this newfangled camera mount thing, and I'm trying to wrap it around here so it stays. So you guys can maybe see the bed.
So Nova is the Ender 5 Plus, much larger. The Ender 5 is about 150 millimeters X and Y bigger. It is 350 by 350 bed instead of 220 by 220.
Let's see how bad this looks. That's not terrible. Can't really see much. You can kind of see. You can see a little bit. So we're going to do it. So right now it's in this corner here. I'm just going to do the normal procedure, and that is way too tight.
Now I'm mad I got the Ender 3 DX, Chris. Oh no. The Ender 3. What's the Ender 3? Oh, the DX. Yeah, I saw that one. I actually almost bought one myself because I've never owned an Ender 3 and people keep asking me questions about the Ender 3. And I almost bought one with some of my channel funds. But I have the Alpha Wise, and honestly, I like the Alpha Wise better than I think I like the Ender 3. So
I got that one. I like that it raises between the travel here. And that is super loud.
Super loud.
Holy crap.
You know, the one thing I don't see, Jim, how many people we have in this stream?
Currently about 70.
Oh, very nice.
So welcome everybody. We're cooking. We're about to. We're just doing leveling, as you can see right now. I'm pretty sure you can see that because I didn't go back. There we go. I'm actually using my show notes for today.
Jim's so organized. He has show notes.
If I don't have them written down, I forget. That's my.
No, I don't blame you. I keep a notebook. I do the same sort of thing.
So, yeah, see.
Yep, I see.
So I got those. I'm going to go to the center and just see where we're at in the center here. Man, that is loud. We're way off in the center.
Well, go. I'd probably rehome and then check your corners again. If your center is low a little bit, that's where the BL touch is going to come in and have to adjust.
So I always go around twice.
Yeah, me too.
And now this one's quite a bit off. So I'm just doing this corner again. Good. We'll go to corner 3, they call it, which is front right. And this is really cool that I actually like this a lot, that we can just tell it, you know, hey, go to this corner. Uh-oh. We almost had a camera down. There we go. Good enough. And wow, that's loud.
Boy, is that loud.
Yeah, that is.
Everyone agrees with you.
I'm gonna have to see that seems a little abundant.
That silent board you're getting is going to come in handy. I assure you.
Good. So this is a kind of a good thing to talk about, because it doesn't matter if you have auto bed leveling or not. You really need to dial in your bed like this.
Yes,
first.
absolutely.
And I am guilty as charged about putting solid mounts in. And I just like them because then you take out the variability of the springs. But I know there's a lot of people that do not like solid mounts.
I have done it both ways. I wouldn't do it on a small bed, but like that printer I told you I was designing, I didn't have a choice. I had to do I had to do solid mounts because the bed was so large.
So I got all 3. The center is still pretty. I mean, it's not perfect, but that's okay. So I did that. Now I go back. Now what do? We do the auto leveling.
Yep. Yeah, just actually go over to the other button. There's the aux level, and then there's and then it will go through 16 points.
Here we go. I'm actually going to take this down. Ugh. And I'll try to hold it here. Oh, that explains it. So this is what it's doing currently. So it's going to do that 16 times. And I'm going to jump off this camera here so I can put it down. There we go. So my original Ender 3 has a BL touch on it. And I went that route before I knew, you know, I followed Teaching Tech and I saw he did. So I was like, hey, that must be a good thing. I'm trying it.
What's your opinion of using a auto leveler in general? Do you like auto levelers, or do you prefer to manually level?
I like auto levelers for the fact that once I have it dialed in and I use my solid mounts, I can pretty much just start it and know it's primarily going to print every time. But I have my 305 Pros, right, or my 305s are all manual right now. I have easy ABLs, solid mount kits, and easy ABLs for them all, but I haven't put them on yet. So the thing is, I've had several of them running on manual bed leveling, and I very rarely have to adjust them. So
Yeah.
I think you can get away without it really easily. You just adjust them good, and like just every so often, make sure you check it. And I mean, you'll notice with your prints.
Yeah, I mean I think that's what I usually use the skirt for, to tell if it's level or not. You can tell by the thickness of the that first bead going down.
Right. Holy crap. All right. So it went through the mesh,
Okay.
and I'm just looking at the variances. Kind of crazy.
So 3D Loon mentions he hasn't leveled his Ender 5 in months.
Yeah.
And I have to agree, if I don't pick mine up and move it, which honestly I do quite a bit, but if I leave it alone, then it's just minor adjustments between prints at any time.
Right. And Llama said he'll teach you how to manual plane and flatten any bed to get rid of auto leveling forever. I agree. Like Loon said, man, I probably haven't re-leveled my Ender 5s, but maybe twice ever.
Yeah.
So I'm not. I also like the tech, and I like upgrading things. That's another reason why I do it. But so we got the mesh. I'm gonna throw some filament in here. It says refuel. Does that mean load filament?
Yeah, I tried that the first time I loaded mine up, and if you find out real quick, it's just faster to just push it through like you normally do. I'm like, yeah, it'll load it, and then you wait and wait and wait. So yeah, I'm not a big. You can. It's fine if you use it to unload to sort of get it out of the head, but even then, the push pull seems to do a better job. It cleans out the head, the nozzle better.
Well, I can already see one of these. This coupler here, the plastic's moving.
It should have come with the little coupler, the blue coupler adapters.
It definitely did come with them. So I'm looking at black filament coming out, and so that means that explains why the nozzle's black right now too. My guess is they had a good little oozing or clog or something. Let me get that out of there. Man, that nozzle is real gross. Like,
Well, if they couldn't get it level, my guess is they've had quite a few failures.
yeah, it is really black right now. I'm actually gonna. Can we go down? Here we go. Nope, that's why. No, here we go. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna clean this nozzle. Wow,
There's the wonderful squeak that the printer has.
we need
So
to grease that up, huh?
Yeah, there's two ways to get rid of that, and one is grease, and the other is going to be a video that I'm doing on just replacing the nuts that it comes with
Nice.
anti-backlash nuts.
So I just wanted to point this out. This is, you can see there's filament on here. This is a nozzle cleaner that the guys from Maker's Mashup came up with. You can print this, and then you just push this pad in here. One side is kind of divoted for your nozzle, and the other side is flush.
Okay, that's nice.
I caught them at a Maker Fair, at Milwaukee Maker Fair, and they gave a couple to me, and I said, I'm going to try these. And I tell you, they're really nice.
It looks like a miniature grill brush.
Kind of, yeah. But I tell you, I have a brass looking nozzle now. I'll have to watch it though, because I'm not sure if that's oozing or if it was just dirty that far up. So we got filament in. We have everything's heated up. What time do we got? Ooh, 8:15. where's our SD reader on this one?
It's right next to it on the right side of the display.
I just can't see it, huh?
Yep,
Okay.
there's your USB and your SD.
It's probably on the side facing everybody.
Hey, Jim, my kids are waiting to be tucked into bed, so I'm going to have to let you go for a few minutes.
Hey, no problem. You know what? I appreciate you coming out. If you can't make it back, I appreciate the time as well.
No problem at all.
Thank
Let
you.
me go ahead and drop off, and if I can come back, I will see you in a few minutes. If not, thank you everybody for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. Once again, Chris Kersey Fabrications. If you have not checked them out on YouTube, do it. We've dropped the link. Will be in the description when I'm done, but we have dropped it a couple times. Thanks, Chris. I really appreciate it. What I'm probably going to do is just get a print started, and I'm probably going to kill it by 8:30 my time.
Okay.
But I just wanted to thank you so much for coming, man. Thank you. I know it was last minute. I literally chatted right before I went live. So
No, I'm glad I was able to get this set up and help you out. So thanks everybody for having me, and I will see you on YouTube later.
All right. See you later, Chris.
See ya.
All right. So we got this thing ready to go. I just saw myself in the mirror and I totally forgot about it. So there's some interesting stuff on here on this SD card. Looks like they were trying to print some stuff. I'm just going to go with something that's on here already. It's called Owl. I don't know what that means, but we are going to find out in a second. So it looks like they were using 215 and 60. And for coax, that's not bad. Let's see if I can turn this thing quick. And maybe it'll be easier for you guys to see. The bed on this thing, I tried to use some IPA on it, and it is just gross. So I'm going to have to really scrub it good. But overall, if you were not talking and BSing, this thing would be pretty quick. This thing's huge, Steven. I think Chris just measured it a little bit ago. Oh, I missed it. Had oozing going on. Chris measured it a little bit ago, and I believe it's like 26 by 24. So almost 2 square feet. So I'm just watching it home right now. Okay. Holy moly. Oh, you know what? He must have had, whoever this was, must have had a G29 in their G code because it's running through another mesh, another bed leveling here. And I can see black filament still coming out. So I'm just going to get that out of the way. So there was still a little bit of black filament in there. Yeah, that could have been funky G code causing the issues for sure. Kersey's channel will be in the description. Give me a little while and I'll put it in there. I did not get it in there yet because it was very last minute that he came on. So I will get it in there as soon as this video is done. I'll paste it in there. If someone out there wants to throw the link to it in there again, go for it. Nozzle might be loose. You're right. Do a filament feed. I should have done a flush. We can have done that. What I wanted to do is just build it like a normal person would build it, and Yeah, it definitely needs to flush probably because I still see black. It's going to be interesting. Well, we're going to see what their G-code does, and then I'll set it up on mine and do it there. Andrew S., thank you so much. Tyler West is back. He put there in there as well. Dubbed out, thanks for that. Chris is a good dude, man. I really like his stuff. He did a really good series on the Ender 5, and he has some videos on the Ender 5 Plus as well, and I really liked his stuff on the Ender 5. I've actually used some of it myself, so this thing's got one more to do, and then we're going to hopefully get a print going. Don't be normal, be Jim. I like it. I should get a shirt that says that. Oh, my God. I'm sure you guys can hear that. But that is rough. I don't know what that was. Oh. That was a string. So it's definitely not squishing enough. Now we're going to see if there's a live Z. There is a live Z, just so everybody knows. And I just dropped it a little bit. I should have done a big one so I could see, get a nice big surface for a first layer. But we're squishing really good now. And we're starting our first layer. I don't know how to save this, but let's see. There's not really any options. It's adjust, pause, or stop. And I can't do anything to save what I just did. So we're going to let it fly. And I'm looking at it right now, and that looks like a dang good first layer now that I dropped it down a little. Dubbed out. That is a true story. Who said, what were they talking about, a shirt maybe? I've worn on what have I worn on a couple streams? Let's see. Oh yeah, TH3D. Yep. Ha, that's right. Afraid of wet. Now I see what you're talking about. Yes, this printer is loud. I did use the baby stepping, or the Z offset really is basically baby stepping. I dropped it down two touches on the touch panel. And I don't know. Let's see if I can get you guys a look at the layer here before it changes. Might have to take this off. I'm going in rogue. I'm going rogue. Yeah, let's see if it adjusts. Might not help if I'm on the belt, huh? Uh-oh. It's not happy. I did something. Give me a second here. So I'm not sure if it's not happy about something I just did, because I did hit the camera on the bed here, or if it print just stopped itself. Let's go see what the screen says. It just says printing. So I just paused it. It's frozen. So that's interesting. The screen is frozen. And I don't know if it's because of my... don't know if it's because of me touching it or, but I can tell you this, I just stopped it and the bed's not dropping. That's cool. I need this thing to get out of my way. Resume printing, sure. It asked me if I wanted to resume the print. I said sure. And it's just stuck here again. So I have a feeling that G-code is jacked or something. We'll tell it no this time. Thing boots up pretty fast. The touchscreen is not too bad. We'll say no. And I can't see. Let me get this thing dropped and out of the way, and you guys can see the layer that was going down. So we'll do move. Well, it pulled the layer off because it's stuck to the nozzle currently. So let's heat this bad boy up. So in that whole time, bed only dropped 5 degrees, which is good. We're down only at 55 right now, so it's not going to have to do much to go back up. There we go. Could have got a little more squish on that first layer. Definitely one more click down would have done it. And I don't think I have this on autofocus, but let's see. We can change that. See that? So maybe. So yeah, it's kind of breaky in there. Could have gone down another click or two, but that's okay. I'm just curious if it was me playing with it or the actual G code. As you can see, the BL Touch is, I don't know if you can see, the BL Touch is flashing right now. So, go to print. We'll see what it does here. If you can see right here, the BL Touch is just flashing and flashing. Hey, look, there's brackets on my face. Let's see. I do need to slice up a cube. Abort. That's an awesome printer, Jim. Thank you. Did you bump the filament sensor? I don't think so. No? But there we go. BL Touch reset. Woo-hoo. It's a very nice noise, isn't it? Well, it's getting there. I don't want to rock and roll all night here. We've been on for quite a while, but what I'm going to do is jump into Prusa Slicer, get me a profile made for this, or maybe I'll look out there and see if there is one already. I'm sure there is, because I've been using Prusa Slicer lately. I'll get me a profile or check out my Ender 5.1 and adjust that one maybe. And then that's funny. That is true. Targeting brackets. So one more time, while this thing is doing its thing, because I'm going to get off here pretty quick here. Thank you so much to obviously all the sponsors, TH3D, RPM Designs, Robbie Mack, you rock. Coax 3D, like I said a couple times now, in the description below, there's a coupon code for 25% off Coax filaments. Everything on the site, I believe. It is only till tonight at midnight. I believe it goes off tonight at midnight. So that's a heck of a deal for Coax. If you haven't checked out Patreon yet, check that out. I really appreciate all my patrons, and I did something cool for them today. We're going to pick and vote on a test print for all the printers and filament I have in the month of December. And we'll go and say who the winner is and all that stuff too, which will be pretty cool. Only available to Patreons currently. I am going to get my my Edutech calibration cube. I'll release that first on Patreon, and then I'll find an outlet, whether it's Prusa or Thingiverse or whatever. We'll throw it out there for you guys as long as Tyler West says it's okay. Also, I did show you guys the silicone mat that I like. This thing is huge, as you can see, and for $13.99, this thing is awesome. It's there's another company out there selling them. I'm sure they're really good. I'm sure silicone is silicone, but this thing is like twice the size for half the money. So $13.99. I did put a affiliate link to Amazon in the description if you guys need one of those to, you know, do anything on with your resin printers to cut. I wouldn't cut that, but resin printers, or I was building the rep box on it yesterday because it protected my bar top and it held the screws when I dropped them, which is awesome. I think, I don't know how long the sale goes, but this monster here goes for $521.55 on sale right now on Creality's website. I believe normally they're $5.99, so that's about $70 off, almost 68 to 50, 45 or something like that. So that's a heck of a deal on Amazon. If you'd rather have it quicker, there's a $30 off coupon code, and you can find both of those in the description below. Yeah, I thought I told this thing to print. Well, it did not like that G code for sure, because it just stopped. So I'm going to have to slice my own G code. Wow. I'm beginning to think it's the G code here. So what I'm probably going to do is slice my own file. We'll run a test, and you know we'll get something up. I think I can't trust the G code that's on this card currently. I know I could probably find the contents of the Ender 5 card, but that's okay. I'll get my own G code flying. Nice, Andrew. I appreciate that. 3D printing revolutions in the house, Sam. But yeah, come check it out. I think, let's see. I forgot what G code it was. I'd slice something yourself. Yes, I'm going to do that in a minute here. You need to reset the BL Touch, someone says. I don't know about that. Bad SD card could be. Make a test cube. I have a test cube. Let me see what I got. I don't think I have a profile for this printer yet. Obviously, I just unboxed it. I'm sure there's one out there. If anyone has one currently and uses Prusa Slicer, shoot it to me, Jim, at theedgeoftech.com. Here you go. And I'll gladly test it. Let's see. Ender 5. If I could type. Alrighty then. We'll go over here to C3D Groups on Facebook. We'll go to Files. And I'll just check it out. Maybe someone has one I can borrow real quick. Or I might just build one out of my Ender 5 profile and save the size. Maybe I'll just do that. That'll be faster. And I probably should look at your chat. You're probably blowing me up here. There we go. This is true. It is. It's a loud printer. All right, Kelvin, have a good one. Happy holidays. Thank you. So what I'll do, because this is going to probably take a while and I don't want to keep everybody on and keep my wife waiting upstairs for me. I've been down here a lot longer than normal community showcase, but that's okay because we're having fun. What do we got? 350 by 350 by 400, I believe this thing is. Let me just verify that. 350, 350, 400. So I'm just going to go in here to my Ender 5 profile. I'm going to change the height. So bed shape here to 350 by 350. We're going to save that. We're going to do height 400. Go. I'm going to save this as Ender 5 Plus. And I need to do G code. We'll do a G29 right there. I think we'll save that. All right, we're going to do this real quick because you guys are asking for it. I have a test cube. All I did was modify a Ender 5 profile, saved it as Ender 5 Plus, and this little bitty cube. It is hilarious on this giant plate. Oop, timeout. How about no supports? Let's do. There we go. Okay. We'll export that. I cannot see chat right now. Sorry, guys. So if you are or if you're talking or yelling at me or something like that, I can't see it yet. E5 Plus. This is just going to be totally random. So while we're doing this, I better set the temp. I kind of like the touchscreen, not gonna lie. I don't like that there's not as much I don't like that there's not as much control, not as much options per se, but I do like touching it. So let's see what you guys are saying. Andrew S. Later, dude. All right. We are slicing and dicing. For argument's sake, I am going to format this card because I don't trust it. Hey, look, all of the original stuff is on here, including interesting, including firmware. So now let's go here, new folder, E5 Plus card. I'm just going to make sure I save everything off that card in case I need it. And I'll get rid of their crappy G code before I format it. Or while I format it, I should say. All right, format, start. See ya. Ah, look at that. Nope, there we go. Okay, format complete. All right. Yeah, it's telling me unable to format the card. So definitely probably is a card issue. There we go. Now I'll run and grab that G code and we'll get it printing and then we'll get out of here for you guys. E5 plus. G code. Apologize, I'm not looking at the chat, but I'll check it in 1 minute here. Okay. For those of you at home that are keeping track, it does go in upside down with the SD card. But it looks like when you put it in, there's no way to refresh or reinitialize an SD card while the machine's on. So that sucks. So I got to shut it down and turn it back on. And I'll come back to chat. Sorry. Whew, there we go. So when that comes back on, it is not reading it. Maybe this is the issue, huh? I'm going to drop it on another one here and put that one in there and see. Give it one more chance. Now that it's all cooling down again, dang it. And then I drop it. Let's see. Format error. Yeah, right. Big surprise. Nope, nothing. So we'll take out that junk and we'll put this one in. This one is a known good one. I use it all the time. Hey, look at that. It actually all came up right away. But I'm not seeing everything, you know. Let me go back. Give us one more try here. So when I put this in, there's a whole bunch of stuff, and it's not showing it all. Now that we have enough time to cool down everything. Just make sure, sorry. Better get this bad boy heating up. All right. Something silly's going on here because I just put this on here. Someone did a really, Thomas did a really stupid fun t-shirt design, he said. All right, let me try this again. Maybe I named it silly, or maybe I grabbed the wrong one. E5 plus, copy, paste. It's already in there. Maybe it doesn't like the big name, so I'm going to rename it. Okay, do an eject just to cover all my bases. Chris Riley t-shirt. Yes. This is definitely a Chris's Basement t-shirt. All right. Don't forget, if you guys want to help me out, you can always hit me a cup of coffee here or on PayPal. Right at the top now. Let's do this. Let's see how it goes. So remember, the only thing I did currently is I went to my Prusa slicer, went into my Ender 5 profile, changed the bed size, saved it as an Ender 5 Plus, and when I did that, I also added a G29 to do the bed mesh when I print. So let's see what it does. Nova. Yeah, I did put the file on the root. Yeah, you know what it was? Too many characters, I think. So I shortened the name and it found it. And it was first on the list, actually. This is running... No, I didn't look at the board. I should have. But I believe it's the same board as a CR10S or something like that. I'd have to pop this bad boy out. But I will be able to tell you soon. I have the new Creality silent board that they released for this. I have it coming. So hopefully we'll be able to do a video soon for you. Double tap on the G29. Slow. Yes. True story. Good old double tap. Especially because I believe this is a 16-point mesh because the bed is so big. So it does take a minute. Yeah, so don't forget, like I said, to check out everything. Let me see what I can do here. I was gonna put Chris's stuff in here. Let's see if I can do that while we're waiting. Oops, there we go. I know a bunch of people have thrown it in already on the chat, but I want to make sure that I get a shout out to Chris and Kersey Fabrications on here. Thanks, Chris. Perfect. So in the description below, as of right now, you'll find the link for Chris Kersey Fabrications. Currently, just looking at the Ender 5, it is still $521.55 on Creality's website, which is a really good price. All right, now it's doing something. That's not good. It's on the clip. There goes that. So I'll have to adjust that because it just did a test line, but it went on the clip. So I'll have to move it down the side of the bed instead. So sorry for my head in the way. That looks better. So now we're doing a test cube, with the exception of the clip piece flying there. It didn't go too bad. I'll have to fix that. Speaking of Creality, Ben just chatted me. Woo! This thing is humming now. Imagine you guys can all hear that. Now the BL Touch didn't hit it. The nozzle caught the clip. I will. That's probably what I'll do for glass. Probably not going to keep my glass very long though. This thing is cooking on this print. So because we're still here and because you guys stuck around this long, I am going to get going. I do have to get going in a minute. But I will open this for you and show you what it is. All right. Oh, Tom, you know me so well. Mr. Llama knows very well that the magnetic bed to fit the Ender 5 Plus and a PEI coated flex sheet from TH3D. Let's see if I can show that without being in the light. Well, you know what it looks like. But there's a little sneak preview for you guys that stayed around Yes, I love the Easy Mat, especially on TPU. But those of you who stuck around this long, there's a little quick video I'm going to do. But I really love my flex plates. I really love the Easy Mat. I'm not sure they came out with an Easy Mat this big, but I do know that I really love my flex plates. I really love my Easy Mat. I really like the flex plate with the PEI on it. And now I'm going to walk over here for a second. See if you can see this. This is the Easy Flex 2. And that's the powder-coated PEI flex plate from TH3D. That thing is awesome. And yes, I ordered those. So I did order and pay for those. I see the cube, someone says. Yes. PEI plus PETG equal the need for glue stick. I think so. How much for the TH3D plate? David Wilson, good point. Question. You're talking about for the Ender 5 Plus, I'm assuming. And I believe currently they took it down off the site because they're trying to figure out a better way to ship it. It's super expensive to ship. I don't know why. Probably because they don't want you to break it. It says fragile all over it. Do not bend. It's what do we got here? I don't even know if it says the weight on here. 3 pounds. But it is super. It's a 2-day priority mail, and it's super rigid in this box. But I tell you, it's expensive to ship. So I think TH3D pulled it down off the site for a little while so they could figure that out. The cube is flying right now. Holy moly. Ship as a photo. Yes, pretty much. Awesome to see the print going. Hey, Chris, welcome back. I did not jump off yet. I was gonna. And then we were going to print a print, and it didn't go so well with the crappy G-code and the crappy SD card they had. It failed format a few times, and their G-code stopped like right away. It was garbage. So I don't know, Chris, what slicer you use, but I've been using Prusa Slicer. So all I did was jump into Prusa Slicer, grabbed my Ender 5 printer profile, updated the size and the G-code with the G29 and in the size of obviously the build plate and build surface. And then I saved it as Ender 5 Plus. I did not change anything else right now. I left everything the same, retractions, everything. And we thought we'd throw this calibration cube on. I was going to jump off and let this thing print, but everybody is saying, hey, we want to see it. David Wilson, you can build your setup, get the Easy Mat, PEI, or nothing. Yeah, that's true. Check out my links for TH3D, and there is a bundle set. Soon, we're actually going to do a special bundle set for the Edge of Tech, and it's going to be like an Ender 3 bundle. So you'll be able to go in, see everything I have from TH3D for my Ender 3s, and select them in a bundle and save some money. Default tubing is not great. No, it sucks. So we'll be putting a tough tube on it. I'll be upgrading the couplers with better couplers. I'm already going to check the wheels. I'm going to check the wheels up here. I have a feeling they're too tight, so I need to adjust them, and I should have done that, but I didn't do that yet. Yeah, I'm not sure. Llama, are you talking about TH3D, the 310 for $32? Yeah, David Wilson. I tell you what, David Wilson, I really like the TH3D beds. Like I said, I showed you the magnet and the build, the flex here. Spoiler alert, it's upside down, but there we go. Ugh. That's the magnet. This is the flex with the PEI on it. And the magnet is obviously on the back here. And that will be going on. I'm going to set that right here. This thing is, this thing is huge. I love it. And what I really like is essentially they do a really good job. And if you're nice and deal with them, they will work with you very well at TH3D. Their build surfaces are good. Their Easy Mat is amazing. I've really liked the Easy, the Easy Flex 2 now with that powder coating is becoming my new favorite. It's awesome. It's so pretty. Yes. A formidable cube here. Thing is flying too. I wonder if I can get a camera shot. This is what happened last time, right? I was trying to get y'all a camera shot, and everything went haywire on me. So let's see. It's not that good, but it's better than what we had. You can see the X. See if we go over here. There's a big light there. Not looking bad though. It's actually looking really good. I mean, for not any tuning or anything like that, just throwing it on an Ender 5 profile with a bigger bed size, I think it's looking good. Later, Tom. I know. I just looked at the time as well. So let's take a quick vote. We probably have about 10 more minutes on this cube. Do you guys want me to stick around, or should we bail for the night? What do you think? Stick around or bail? Dave says sold. How soon can you box it and ship it there? I don't know. Even if I could box it up and ship it there, I don't think I'd do nearly as good as what's it called? The guy who gave it to me here. Nova, I just saw a email from you. I didn't look at it yet, but I see it. Anyone who won Cap Tubes gift cards, it looks like those have been given out today, which is awesome from the giveaway yesterday. Let's see. All right, there we go. Go snuggle with Lindsay, someone said. Printing 9 snowflakes on mine. Holy crap. I love 9 snowflakes. Mini Blaze, we're sorry. Tell the wife we're sorry. We want to see what you get. Okay. Stick, someone says. Elf on the Shelf duties wait. I got to go soon. All right. Hopefully it's someone says stick. Someone says bail. There's a bunch of, it's like, leave this one early. Go to your pregnant wife. Stick around, stick around, stick around. You guys are awesome. Make sure you read the BBD email. I will. BB3D. Tell the wife I am ordering off Wicked Realm's site this week, and congratulations, you two. I will. Thank you for that. I'm not sure if anyone else has checked out my wife's band. It's Wicked Realm. It's the intro and outro music to my videos is also Wicked Realm. I think Andrew S. I think it was Andrew. Yeah, that I hooked up with a digital CD. I'm not sure if he's had a time to listen to it all, but maybe he could chime in. And I think last I heard, I think he was liking it. That's awesome. David's, I'm retired, so whatever you want. I love it. I wish I was retired. No, I don't. If I was retired, it wouldn't feel like I was retired because I'd be doing so much stuff anyway. Andrew S. says, it's awesome. Thank you, Andrew S. You can check out, in the link in the description below is the Wicked Realm link. You can check it out on all sorts of venues, media-wise. That's right. If she ain't happy, you're not happy. I agree. Update the video later. Go upstairs. Should I just leave y'all here? Just let it print? Let's see how close we are. So I'll tell you what I'll do. We're 60%, so I thought we were a little further than we were. I see like the eyes and you know what I don't see? That's interesting. I don't know if Tyler's still watching, but I don't see the TEOT on this side. It's just blank. That's weird. Unless it's on the front. Maybe it's on the front. I left the test print for hours streaming. Nice. Andrew S. says, oh, hell yeah, it's amazing. I had it repeat in the car while I'm modeling. Andrew S. is a model, if you didn't know that. No. I do so much stuff. I would too, man. I would too. Let me go look here. Patreon. You know what? There isn't. I wonder which one I grabbed. When I sliced it, it's not there. But I'll have to go look. Maybe I grabbed the first revision or something. I bet you that's what I did. Let me go look. Now I'm curious. Add 3D prints. Ah, that is exactly what I did, Tyler. I grabbed one on accident. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's what I did. So I grabbed the first revision you sent me that did not have the TEOT, the Edutech, on there. So that's why one's flat, but that's okay. Here we go. Fail. Oh, you know what? That is okay. At least it's printing. I mean, it's looking good. I'm going to show you guys one more time, and I am probably going to go up and hang out with Lindsay. She's probably about ready to go to bed. Let's see. So let me do this so you guys can see this a little better. I'm going to go on the other side of the... All right, let's see what we got. I mean, it's looking pretty good. I don't know if you can. Here we go. That's a little better. So it's looking super good, just for a base under 5 profile. What I'll do is, because you guys have seen it currently, it does have a little bit of time left. I thought it was a little bit further than it was right now. But that's okay. Watch your hair and beard and those belts. I love it. Later, Travis. Have a good night, man. Nice, David. That sounds like a fun thing. I got a case with a bunch of components upstairs for my NAS server that I need to build. But anyways, you guys saw it. It looks really good. What I'll do, because this looks like it has a little bit of time left here still, is I will shoot it out there on Instagram. If you want to check out Instagram, I'll probably put it on Twitter too. So check out Instagram and Twitter. The links should be in the description below. Instagram is The Edge of Tech. Twitter is The Edge of Tech with a K on the end. Yeah, that's a true story, David. Mad Monkey, I'm sorry to hear that. But anyways, you guys, I got to get flying. I know we're super close to this thing being done, but I do got to get upstairs and relax, hopefully for a little while before I hit the bed. I got to go. I got to be up at about 5:30. So anyways, I appreciate you guys hanging around. You guys have been around for a long time. What have we got here? Like over 3 hours now. So thank you so much for that. Hopefully you enjoyed the build. Hopefully you enjoyed bringing Chris from Creality Fabrications in. I did put his link and everything in the description a little while ago. So check out the description for his link. Also, don't forget, if you guys are shopping for holiday season and you're going to use any of the places I have an affiliate with, especially Amazon or Creality, jump on in my description below. Use my Amazon storefront, check out stuff there, and then you can go anywhere else in Amazon and buy stuff, and it will help the channel out for free. Doesn't cost you anything, but Amazon helps me out a little bit for that. So that would be awesome if you did that. Thank you so much. Chris, you're welcome. Don't forget to hit that like button. That's right. Subscribe. We're rocking on the subscribers. Hit that little bell if you want to get notified when we go live. I will have some new stuff out this week. Tonight, I've been on here so long, I did not get to edit anything for the Repbox, but I do have a Repbox 2 video coming. It is shot, just need to edit it. Some videos on this already, some videos on the Ender 5 Pro, and all the big list of videos. Also, don't forget to spread the word. If there's anyone out there in the chat that you guys don't know and you haven't seen their channel, check them out. Give them some love on YouTube. Like I said, Chris from Creality Fabrications was on, and he would love your subscription as well. Thanks, Andrew. I appreciate that. Hey, anytime, Chris. We can do this all the time if you want. Been here a few times. Thank you, Gary Walsh. Gary Walsh, thank you so much. I know you've been here a few times and you've donated a few times too, so I really appreciate that. It really goes far in the channel. Helps me do stuff like this kind of thing. Like I said, everything goes back to the channel. So I did buy this mat, and I bought some of the other mats. I do support TH3D, and they do provide stuff for me to film, but I also like to buy stuff as well. So I do a lot of that. But thank you guys. I really appreciate it. We are in the top layers now. We're at 92%, and it's filling in all around that Z currently. So I bet you if I talk for about 4 more minutes, this thing will be done. But thanks, Gary. But thank you to all of the sponsors, TH3D, Coex. Don't forget, 25% off today only, because the sale ends today for your Coex filament. Discount codes in the description below. It is not an affiliate link. It's just a code because they're doing a sale, and I wanted you guys to know. Robbie Mac, RPM Designs, thank you so much. I really appreciate that as well. Don't forget, if you haven't checked out Patreon, do that. We just posted that fun new thing we're going to do where you guys get to help me choose, pretty much choose for me what we're going to do for test printing for the month of December. Once we get that test print chosen, I'm hoping to do that by Friday. We'll cross our fingers. We have some submissions. If I can do it by Friday, I am going to do one on this machine. So check that out. If 3D Medic Vince, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Gary, thank you. Nova. Hey, look at that. It just finished. Whew. I'd say I just talk long enough and it'll finish, right? Give me 1 second. I'm going to set up. Let's see if I can set up a little quick viewing spot. Oh boy, I got to fix that. The thread came out of the bottom of that camera. Isn't that awesome? So hopefully we can kind of get a decent viewing here. We can. I should. That would be funny. Okay. So let's see what we can see. So not terrible, a little bit of weird, a little bit of stringing in the Z there. Overall, not bad on that. On your X, we do have probably some layer things going I need to adjust, but you can kind of see them. It's hard to see on the camera here. On the Y as well. Wow, I wish this thing would zoom better, huh? Oh my God, it's a cube. That's right. It's a sucky zooming camera is what it is. Let's see. So it's not terrible. Let's see here. Got the Edutech glasses. That didn't come out too bad. I think that came out pretty good. And again, with the Z. You know, this thing sucks at zooming. So overall, it's not bad. There is some lines going up here, and I imagine that probably has to do with extrusion or something. I don't know if you can see them in there because this thing will not zoom. But yeah, not bad. I mean, not bad for a first print. Literally using Ender 5 settings just as a bigger bed. So I'd say that wasn't a bad first print. And we'll keep dialing it in. A little bit of stringing in here in the Y. You can't really see it, but I can. But yeah, good. We can definitely dial this thing in. I will dial this thing in, and we'll get it printed nice. We'll get a good shot here. Let's see. Good shot of those Tyler glasses and eyebrows. A USB microscope. You will like it. Uh-oh. That might have to heaven. Don't give me ideas. Yeah, not bad for the first print. I tell you, I'm pretty impressed. I'll have to do something bigger and lay down a nice, good, big first layer and see what they're talking about because I mean, once you dial this thing in right, you should be okay on the bed. I'm going to have to clean up the bed because they put a lot of garbage on it, but not bad. There you go, Gary. All right, guys. That concludes it. I do got to get going. We successfully stayed around for quite a while here, and I really appreciate you guys being here. I really appreciate it. There's so much better stuff to do on a Monday night, and 3 hours and 22 minutes with me is definitely a long time. No, but you guys rock. Thank you guys for sticking around. Have a great holiday season. We'll see you later this week or next week for sure live. Otherwise, hopefully videos will be coming out this week still. Again, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much. Thanks, Chris, for coming on. Thank you for expelling some of your wisdom. And anytime you want to come on, man, just let me know. Hit me up. And we'll get you on, vice versa, too. If you ever want me to come on, I'm welcome to. But you guys have a great night and keep printing.